Well, well, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done a live stream, and we're back again with live stream. We're gonna have to do a live stream. Or we're gonna do a Friday night. Friday night. We're gonna do it live on Friday night. I rarely do Friday night live streams, but we're gonna do one today. We're gonna do one today, and we're gonna open up a bunch of boxes. We're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff, and we're gonna stream. We're gonna stream live. But before we get started, I need to have everybody take a moment and hear a word. Hear a word from our sponsors. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since we started this channel, and now we're getting sponsored. So listen to our sponsor, okay, and go and buy their product, and that's it. You got to do it. You got to do it. So okay, give us 1 second, and we were going to listen to our sponsor. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. All right.
Good morning, Felix. This good morning was brought to you by X-Lax. Trust X-Lax for effective overnight relief. Well, that's one less thing to dust.
Well, thank you for that commercial. That's how we do it. Go give Xlax a purchase if you're constipated and you need to you need to remove all your waste. Go get some Xlax. So that's our new sponsor for the show. That's the new sponsor for the show. And before we get we're going to start now. We're starting live, but we have to get our intro. Just one moment, please. Just one moment, please. Thank you.
Oh crap, did I miss it?
Previously on Comic Journey.
Can you hold on a second? I have call waiting. Knock it off, I know it's you. Sorry about that.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh yeah!
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
All right. So it looks like we're live. It looks like we're live. We're running. We're running on full cylinders. Got my scissors. Got my scissors. I'm gonna open up some boxes today. I'm gonna open up some boxes today. Where I got my scissors. We got a different angle today. We got a different angle today. We might get a little bit of a chin appearance today. Maybe. If you're good, I don't know. And I got my co-host today here with me. Say hello. Say hello. Be nice and don't interrupt me today. Okay? Do you understand? Do not interrupt me today. Oh yeah. Okay? That's all you're gonna get right now. That's all you're gonna get. Okay? Be good. Be nice. Be nice. Okay, Kool-Aid man? Oh yeah. Okay. Now you sit there and you sit there quietly and you watch. And you only talk to when you spoken to. Okay? Okay. 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 All right. Look at me. Look at you, Bronze Age. Look at you getting all political. All political. If everybody hasn't seen Bronze Age, he had a live stream a little earlier, and he got all deep because he's a deep dude. He's a super deep dude. But definitely good channel and that kind of thing. So definitely go and kick the like button on his channel and subscribe him and do that whole thing. Definitely a good watch. And he's got a lot of things that are interesting, and he's a little different. A little different. That's what we're going to ask for. We're asking for people to be a little bit different. You know, if you're going to do a look at me, if you're going to be doing a look at me video, you better be doing a look at me video that makes you a little different, a little interesting, a little bit nice. You know, that's all. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, Beefit, how you doing, my friend? How are you doing today, my friend? All right, so like it looks like we're getting a little bit of crowd coming in. I'm going to start opening stuff up. Now, here's the thing. I've been compiling tons and tons of crap coming from WhatNot, from eBay, from this guy, from that guy, and I got them all coming in. I don't know exactly what is in each box because a lot of the people that send you stuff, especially from WhatNot, they're sending in stuff and it's under their own name. And then when you're getting the box, you're like, where the hell did this come from? I'm not sure what this is. And then you gotta sit and cross-reference. So here's the thing. We're gonna open them up. It's gonna be a little surprise to me. I ordered so much crap that I'm not really sure what I remember, what I don't remember. It's gonna be a little bit of surprise to me, even though I know I ordered it. Whatever the case is, it is what it is. Some things I got from auctions. Some things are surprises. I don't know. But I'm gonna open up a few things. I'm gonna open up. Hopefully, I make this interesting for you. You find a lot of stuff that I opened up is actually cool. And if it's not, then who cares? Because it's cool to me. But that being said, let's open up some stuff. This is a big ass box. This is a big ass box. So let's open this box up first. Why? So I could get it the hell out of my way. I need to get this thing out of my way because it's too big. So how do we open this thing up? Not sure who this came from. This is another one of these that came from a guy with his own name. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's see. All right. Oh, this thing looks like it looks like it splits. It splits in the middle. Ah, some titanium. Whatever. Anybody wants to jump in? Hey, Noran Rad, how are you doing? Noran Rad is actually another WhatNot seller. She's got a couple of things. I popped my cherry with him. the other day. I bought a few books just to support him and stuff like that. Good seller. He's got some good stuff. I feel bad. Because he's still too cheap. It's too cheap. Start bumping up your prices. You got to do that. Yeah. You better believe that. That's a big box of cigarettes. If just Marlboros, I'd be in heaven. Are they gonna send me heavenly Marlboros? I don't know. Let's see what's in this freaking big ass box. All right. It splits right down the middle. Holy crap! Look at this thing. This is a big boy. No, not you, not the audience. The scissor. Cut me. I don't want blood on the comics. Yes, this is a big box. Let's see what the hell is in this big box. That is a big box, right? How's it going, Brian? Brian LCS, the #1 butt herder in the comic community. How are you doing today, my friend? How are you doing? Tell me all about your wonderful Fortnite adventures. Hey, connected to make one big box. So I'm going to disconnect them. Interesting. I've never seen something like this before. But all right, I'm going to start with the top box. Let's start. What's not true? What's not true? You Fortnite killer. You go around killing Gray Man and killing all these people on Fortnite. You murderer. All right. Let's see. Okay, let's see what we got in here. Okay. Okay, let's open this up. This is great. I'm waiting for somebody to sit there and open something up. Open up something. Open up something. Open up something. Let's see what we can do. Hoping my friend Irish, my nemesis Irish, actually comes on the stream. I want to have a conversation with him live if possible. I want to have a conversation with him live about something particular. Hopefully he does show up here. It's not about who has the nicer hands. We all know I have the nicer. You all know I have the nicer hands. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Son of a bitch, open up. This is for real. This cut my fingers. All right. Where the hell? This is a lot of tape. Oh man, this is the best type of stuff to watch live streams about somebody struggling to open up a freaking box. This is great entertainment. All right. So I know it's a WhatNot. It's definitely a WhatNot because it got a package. We're on the right track already. They packed it nicely so far. They packed it nicely so far. It looks so far nicely, and they put a packing slip in here. Why is that important? Because most of the freaking WhatNot people do not put in their freaking packing slip, and they freaking confuse me, and they don't have their name on the box, and I don't know where the hell it came from, and I gotta sit there and mix and match and freaking figure it out, and it irritates me. It just irritates me. I don't know. That's a pet peeve of mine. Does anybody else feel that same way? Does anybody feel that same way? I don't know. I feel that way. Oh, we got a visitor. Hold on. We got a visitor. Holy crap.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Check this guy out. We got the Bronze Age nerd. Look at this. We got a celebrity on here. We got somebody that's passed 2 subscribers on their channel, on my channel. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. Do you want to see what kind of nonsense I bought today?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm dying to know what's inside that giant box.
Yeah, and especially the way they packed it up. They put two boxes. They stuck them together. It looked like one box. Then it opened up separately. Then I discovered it's 2 boxes. Look at this. I wasn't joking. I did cut my fingers.
We all know that whatever's in that box, you bled for it already.
Yeah. I'm bleed all over these comics, and then I'm gonna give them away, and then people are gonna have a little piece of me. They're gonna have a little piece of me with all my blood on them. All right, so that freaking sucks. Anyway. So I got this. You're a WhatNot guy. So now I got you on the spot, and I'm going to interview you on the spot right now.
Please do.
That's what I'm doing. So we're going to put you on the spot, and we're going to have a little bit of a casual conversation. We'll call it a casual interview, so we get a little bit of understanding of who you are. By the way, this is the Bronze Age Nerd. He's a great YouTube guy. He's a good part of this community. He's got a very fluffy beard. So if you want to vote for him in the community wars about his beard, he's got one of those going on. I'm sorry you're competing against these wonderful hands, but that's Brian's fault. Because he lumped hands and beards and mustaches all in the same category. Who the hell does that? Thanks, Brian. Anyway, so what I was saying is you're a WhatNot guy. Okay, so this is one of the pet peeves that I've been discovering over time right now. I've been discovering a lot of things over time, and it really irritates me. Why do a lot of you WhatNot sellers do not put a packing slip or a shipping invoice inside the damn box? Why do they not do that?
It's funny you say that because I buy a lot on WhatNot. I've literally never had that happen.
I have it all the time, and you know what? I pre-recorded a bunch of videos that it's on there, so I'm gonna call them out when I do this because that annoys the hell out of me. And forget about the fact that I want to actually have a nice inventory thing, and I have to cross-reference immediately on it because I'm going to give everybody a really good tip. You should definitely cross-reference after, even if you have a invoice or not, just to make sure everything you got is proper and it is what you got. That's the first thing. But it makes my life easier when I'm opening a random box like this that I don't know who the hell it came from, because the problem is most of these boxes are coming in from their personal names. If they're coming from, so I can't do a media match. Now this guy had a WhatNot slip in here, and he wrote Spider-Man Booth. So I got that from that Spider-Man booth. I don't know if you guys know this WhatNot guy, but this is the first lot I ordered from this guy. So it's from that Spider-Man booth, and it's a whole bunch of. Here's the thing that's interesting about these guys. I'll tell you something that's really interesting before I start getting into the comics. You got a whole bunch of different people that go on at different times on this channel. This channel is on like literally all day. I mean, it's got different hosts that are sitting there auctioning things off. And the thing that I find, all right, they're organized. They look very proper from so far. I haven't opened up this box yet, but it looks very professionally packaged so far. You know, we're not jump ahead of ourselves, but you know, so far it's not. It doesn't look horrible. But here's the thing: the people that are hosting these things and auctioning, they're clueless. They're clueless. They don't know shit about comics. They don't know. You ask them a question, and they don't know shit about. And here's another freaking thing that really irritates me. They're calling everything a freaking key. They're calling everything a key. What the hell? What the? Bronze, here, I'm going to make you big. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Please, define what a key means. Please. Oh, no, not you, Bill Riley. Not you, Bill Riley.
It's a trap.
Not you, Bill Riley. Damn it. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Let's get Bill Riley out of the way. You know, all right, we know we're live already. Come on. All right, I got him out of there. Now I'm going to make you big. Now I'm going to make you big. Okay. All right. Make you big. There we go. Now, tell us all about what we were just talking about, please.
Okay, well, first of all, it's an honor to be made big on your channel. That's incredible, first of all. Second of all, so the thing is, you're talking about the cross-referencing your inventory. Please, for the love of God, when you win an item, take a screenshot on if you're using a phone, take a screenshot. If you're using your PC, take a screenshot. Because not every seller is reputable, as we're discovering. That's one thing. But when it comes to this whole is it a key thing, and it comes to sellers not knowing their books, this is something that it's a big pain point for me. There's too many sellers on WhatNot. And I don't know. I've actually been racking my brain about because I don't want to make it a closed system where only the big shots make it in, or only the people they like the most make it in. That's what you want to prevent from happening, because that's the danger if you try to restrict it too much. But there should be some kind of threshold for, I don't know if it should be like a test stream, or if they should review your first few test streams. But then that's even kind of like a little too exclusive, because people can get better over time. They need practice. There needs to be some kind of a fix for this, though, because there's too many sellers that have no idea what the hell they're talking about. They're giving incorrect information. WhatNot, you can report some of that stuff, but then, you know, I don't expect every user to act like a police officer when they go into every stream and be like, he said a thing that was wrong and we should report that. Like, that shouldn't be how it is. It's really a messed up situation. Like, the most fucked up thing to me is how many sellers there are. And out of those, maybe 10% belong on that platform, in my opinion. And so, I mean, my solution is I just follow those sellers. If you do something on stream that I don't like or I think is wrong, I'm just going to tune out and remember not to tune into your stream again. That's the meritocracy standpoint. But I do think they need more controls in place to make that platform better. If they want to compete, you know, eBay has its own problems too, of course. Instagram sellers have their own problem. It's kind of the Wild West out there for the most part. But we can do better. And I'd love to see some real answers, or at least some real discussion coming out for how to fix it. And I plan on doing some content on that soon.
Okay. I love the fact that you touched on too many sellers out there and everything else, because you touched that. By the way, you guys should go to Bronze's last. By the way, I made you a moderator. because I can't keep up with like typing things up like that. So if you want to put your link in and all that stuff, go throw it in there
Yeah.
and get people to come to your channel. Brian, I made you a moderator as well. I made a few people moderator. I just discovered how to do this today. I'm freaking sophisticated. That being said, you touched on that in your video, your stream that you did previously. And by the way, I really urge everybody to go and to watch it. It's a good stream. It got a little bit all different, a little bit of all different directions on that. And one of the things that we're talking about is that whatnot situation. Is there too many sellers out there? And when Bronze did bring that up, I actually made a comment saying, is it a question of too many sellers, or is it a question of too many crappy sellers? Because my question is, if you had professionals, true professionals out there that are doing the right and proper job, I don't think that there's a problem with there being too many people or being too competitive. Well, the problem that we're having is you have a lot of bush league kind of guys and women, and it's because this is 2022, we have to include everybody. So it's not just guys anymore. Guys are not comic. They're not the comic people anymore. There's all kinds of people that are involved in comic books now. That being said,
Boy, are there.
I'm very inclusive. See, people, I'm not closed-minded. I'm very inclusive of everybody. Okay, so that being said, you have a lot of they're pretty bush league and they're very amateur. And as I just noted about this people, they have a professional type of platform that they are actually using well as far as demonstrating and showing their books out. But the people that are hosting and the people that are auctioning off the books are clueless, clueless. And you know what? They get so pissed. Some of them get so pissed off when you call them out on it. They get so pissed off. Like they'll say, "Well, and this is a key, and this is a key, and this is a key." Well, okay, explain to me. How is this a key? What makes it a key? And they're going to say something to the effect of, I don't know, some bullshit kind of thing.
Tom McFarlane art.
Well, yeah, Tom McFarlane. That makes it a key. That is it. The first Tom McFarlane art. Oh, okay. Let's be even more lenient. Is it the first Tom McFarlane art on the Hulk? Is it the first one on Spider-Man? Is it the first one ever? What key is this? Or is this just like a run? Is it like Amazing Spider-Man 2 to the 322? And it's a key. Why? Because it's McFarlane. Come on. This is getting people to purchase books in a very stupid way. What do you think, Kool-Aid? You agree with me? Oh yeah, he agrees with me. He knows what's going on. But you get what I'm saying, Bronze. This is like a really weird kind of situation. By the way, do you want me to call you Bronze or Chris online? What do you want me to do?
Christopher or Bronze, either's fine. I don't really care, man.
Fluffy, with that beard.
Fluffy less so, but I really don't care. I mean, I'm just honored to be here.
No, I appreciate it, but you get what I'm saying. And a lot of people think I'm being obnoxious about it or whatever the case is. I'm not. I'm really not. And people think that I'm trolling people by asking these questions on the chats and the whatnot. I'm not trolling them. I'm basically calling them out on it. You're trying to sell me a book. I'm spending my time watching you and bidding on your comics. So if I ask you a question, you better be able to answer the question, or at the very least, have the common decency to say, you know what? I don't know that answer. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong at all.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know that answer. How about I look into it for you? How about that? That's a great answer. No.
So, wait, hold on. Here's the question I have for you. I understand the frustration, but you might have a different pain point than I do. What is the most common thing you're trying to ask that they don't know the answer to? Is it condition? The importance of the book? Like, what's the number one pain point here?
Okay, you just hit a few things. Okay. First of all, this healing, by the way, I'm like Wolverine. Look at that. It's healing up real fast.
We're all like Wolverine, just in slow motion.
These titanium clippers don't get the better of my skin. Anyway, the things are, you just hit on the thing. Condition. They don't know how to grade. They really don't know how to grade. Like they saying something is nice. Okay? So giving a general term of nice I don't see that anywhere on the Overstreet Street price guide of a grading. Do you know what nice means?
I think that's below VG, right?
Nice. Hey, this is really nice. You know what's really nice? If you told me what you think the condition of the book is. Okay? All right. So that's one of the things that you should tackle on. Another thing is, like I said, false information. The whole key thing,
False information.
propaganda. I don't know what are you going to call it, but it's propping these books up in a way where they're being put out there like there's something special. They're not special. And you know what? You by doing that and you're calling every stupid book a key, you're taking away the value of the real big bangers that you're supposed to put on there and getting real money after that because people catch on real fast. You know, that's another thing. People don't know sales. They don't have sales skills. And in order to sell things, listen, my true profession, what I do for a living is real estate. I know how to sell stuff. I could sell freaking ice cream to an Eskimo. It doesn't matter. I could sell. And I know how to sell. And this is coming from actual real experience of sales and being able to deal with the public and talking to people one-on-one and be able to present something and market something. They do not know how to present themselves and sell the place. And one other thing I'm going to point out, do not distract while people are bidding. That irritates the hell out of me. Everybody be in a heated bidding, and they'll throw out some other comment about another book, indicating what the condition of the other book is, or what the key element of the other book is, or something like that, while you're bidding on it, and it will confuse you. And I've seen people get caught bidding on things because they heard what the person was saying about their other book, and they got them to bid on it. Like, in other words, you have 5 Moon Knight #1s that you're going to put up there. One's a 9.2, one's an 8.5, one's a 7.0, whatever the case. And you have it currently at a 7.0 that's up there. And you're sitting and talking about the 9.2 that you're going to put up. That's confusing the shit out of people. You know?
Yeah, but, well, hold on, though. Like I agree. You're right. But let's also take the flip side. And Beef It, I'm not familiar with you in the chat. Hey, welcome to the show.
Great.
Awesome. Beef It. He says, I've bought a few near mints, but haven't received many, which is great. It's a great line, by the way. But here's the other thing, too. Let's not pretend that everybody who thinks they know how to grade knows how to grade. Because there's also people that don't really know what near mint means, and they think near mint means 9.8. That's not what it means. And I'm using this as an example. I'm not saying Beef It, you are a great grader. I'm just going to assume you're a great grader. Comic Journey, I'm going to assume you're a great grader.
I'm actually too tough of a grader. I'm the opposite.
That's the way you're supposed to be, right? Like, in my mind, anyway. That's how you should do it. But a lot of people don't know how to grade correctly on the receiving end. So you kind of end up with a twofold problem here of sellers that don't know how to grade, and then you have buyers that don't know what grade they're getting. And so you're going to end up with a lot of frustrations. Here's my advice. Don't try very often as a seller to say something like VF plus, near mint minus. It's an 8.5. It's a 6. Oh, this thing's it's a near mint copy. Like, I don't know. When I'm a seller on Whatnot, I say things like, you know, I'm not going to guarantee a 9.8, but this is a brand new comic book. It looks like it's in really good condition. It does have, you know, the typical bindery tears that we see on the corners, that kind of thing. And I'll show it on camera. But also, for the most part, if I'm selling a brand new comic book, I'll just point out if there's any obvious flaws. It's essentially an off-the-rack comic book. It's more likely than not going to be near mint. It's when you get to the older books, it's when you get to Bronze Age, Copper Age, anything from the 90s even, that I don't give a fuck if you know how to grade or not. Show me the fucking book. Show me the book on camera. Like, do a spine slide. Show me what it's got going on. I'll grade it. Do that before you start the timer, or set a longer timer. Don't just throw a book up in a blurry background shot on an easel, throw up 30 seconds, never mention the description of the book, never mention what grade it is. That's my real frustration. You know, like, if you're going to hold the book up and you're going to say, look, you know, here's the condition on it. You can see if there's any spine ticks. Okay, by the way, I noticed on the back, and I open it up, I take it out of the bag, and I say, on the back, there's this pressable defect. It's like a crease or whatever that's on the book. That's what I need to know. That's the information that's more valuable to me than you saying it's VF minus and me taking your word for it. And then a week later, when it arrives at my place, I'm ending up with a book that's actually VG or whatever. To me, that's the bigger issue there, to be honest.
That's a really valid point that you said. And yeah, a lot of people that, especially the ones that are new, completely new, and people that might be in the business. Here's the funny thing. I know that there's a lot of sellers out there that have been in the business for many, many years. However, they're not used to selling online. And here's a problem with that. They're 30 years in the business. And a lot of these LCS owners, yeah, they know what they're talking about. A lot of them do know what they're talking about. A lot of them, though, do not know what they're talking about, even though they own their own shop and that kind of thing. And that's why they have that $15 book that's up on a wall for $100 that doesn't sell for 5 years. Those are the same kind of people that are actually sitting there and actually telling you, well, you got to take my word for it. No, I don't. Your arrogance is not going to translate. You don't have enough street cred. You don't have enough reputation here for people just to take your word for it. It doesn't work that way. And even if you did, to the loyals, to the people that are return sellers, maybe that will work for them. But you're cutting. It's not Corona, by the way. It's smoking.
Just a little Corona.
Well, I still have lingering effects from December.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah, my lungs my lungs are collapsed. I don't know what the hell's wrong with them. It's from the freaking smoking and the Corona. I don't know. Anyway, I'm healthy though. I'm speaking, so that's good. The other thing that is really ridiculous is the fact that you have scenarios where these WhatNot individuals are cutting their nose to spite their face. Yeah, I don't care about the person that just jumps in and jumps off. No, you're wrong about that because I do that all the time, and I'm a buyer. Anybody that knows me from the community, if I want something, I'm gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I might haggle the shit out of you and try to work out a deal, whatever the case is. It's all part of the game. But
yeah,
I'll buy it. I'll make a deal happen. You know what I'm saying? So if you see me pop in for a few moments and you're being obnoxious, or I'm asking a question and you're just blowing it off, guess what? You just lost me. I'm not jumping back in.
Yeah.
It just works that way. And, you're like, oh, that's not my regular. Well, you know what? I could have been your regular, and you could have had another good pool. And at the same time, the other thing that people don't get is guys like me bid people up. If I'm looking for something for myself, okay, and I'm trying to buy something, I'm bidding on it. That's one extra person that you have bidding on your pool, where it could have sold for $5, but now because you have two people instead of one person only, it sells for $10. It's just the way
100%.
it goes. People really don't know it's sales. But let me start opening crap up now as we're talking, and you can comment on it. I love to hear commentary on the packing itself. Like I said, listen, is it the best packing I ever got in my life? No, it's not. It's not. But it's functional so far. That's what I'm going to say. And I'll give my definitive answer on that. I'm going to make myself big for only a little bit while I'm opening it up, and then you could comment on the side. Okay. So people could see what the hell I got here. So I got a bunch of, there's lots in here. Burrito prizes. What the fuck is a burrito prize? Everybody's got prizes and gimmicks. Everybody's got a gimmick. Let me see. As I open this up, I'll tell you what their gimmick is. All right. So this guy put a lot of bubble wrap in here. He put more on the sides. Yeah, that's nice. He made like a nice little bubble wrap coffin over here, so that works out good. And then we got some more loose books. So he had a Gemini, and he had the loose books on there. I'm not quite sure why he did that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, this is really weird. He was better off just bubbling this up in like a plastic or something, and then having it tight because it's not even. These are loose. But, okay. So we're not. All right. I'll see one by one as I open them up. But let's put this thing away, this monstrosity away, because I got one just as big as it.
So what I'm curious about, before you get into this, what I'm curious about here is, so was the logic that those books aren't worth as much, so we're not going to put them in a Gemini?
I don't know. We'll find out now. We'll see which books they are. What do you think? Should I go for the Gemini first, or should I go for the loose book first?
Oh, you go loose first.
No, let's do the list first. Okay. Look at this. Look at this weird crap that they did. Look at this weird crap. Okay.
And like that doesn't do anything because the book's still sliding around in there during shipping.
No, nothing. This is like bullshit. And I just got a glimpse. There's a couple actually decent books in here that should have not been loose. Okay. This is what happens. You have kids that are clueless to do this. Okay, so the first one is Strange Academy, number 10. And this is a reader's copy, which means it is not considered to be a perfect or near mint or something along the line. Only reason I got it is because I like the cover a lot. It was only a few bucks. I think it was very cheap. I think this might be a variant. I don't know. Anybody knows? That's another thing that I personally think is a really nice touch that people do. They actually write something on the back, or they put a little post-it like what it is that's on there. This one's at least okay. I could read the title, especially when it's a version book. I would love to see something on the back just stating this the issue at least, or if there's something key on it, just write that on there. It'd be nice. It's a nice touch, especially for the more expensive versions.
I do that in the notes and stuff like that. Like I'll say it's the Perio variant or whatever, but like, so was this like a lot you bought, or was this individual books?
Some were individual books and some were lots.
All right.
So it looks like these were bundles. This was a 4 readers lot, copy lot. All right. So this was one of the 4 lots. I got this for $20. Probably overpaid for it. But I wanted the covers. I'm like, it's there. Let's pop the cherry and buy something from this guy. All right. The second one that I got was Thor 12. Nice Valkyrie cover. Kind of cool. So I got that too. That's in there. And, they say that they're reader's copies. I'm going to have to look at them with a magnifying glass when I get out, when I take them out. However, they don't look abysmal. They don't look, I could, just at first glass, maybe the back. Screw it. I'm going to open it. Screw it. Let's open it.
Yeah, I've got a few from them before from other sellers, and it'll say reader copy on it. It's usually like a freebie they throw in, and they're probably more like near mint minus VF plus.
Yeah, they do look near mint to me. Well, you got a little bit of spot in the corner, which is normal for these comics.
Yeah, especially on Marvel paper. Good luck.
Yeah, they're not a bad deal. Back is okay. The corners are crisp.
Yeah.
They're not horrible. Hey, you know what? This, at the very least, is a 9.2. At the very least, 9.4. Which I think it's way more than that. It's probably 9.6 going out to 9.8, believe it or not. So I'm happy with that. I don't see any major defects. I mean, if I take a good see, you just talked about that.
Yeah.
Talked about this stupid tape.
I don't like those.
Look at this. Look at what the hell? Now this bag is ruined. This bag is ruined. Now I gotta either put another piece of tape over this and then make it look ugly, or change the bag completely. I don't like this. I do not like this. But hey, it is. If people want to market and put their brands on it, I get it.
But is that even marketing? Like, I don't understand. What does it even stand? It's like SLHA, right, or some shit.
I don't know, some code word for stupid millennials that I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I don't know half the stuff they're talking about. So they got that. I got this Strange Academy 9, another nice Wanda cover. It's nice. I'm only getting these because I don't have these back issues of Strange Academy, and I think of it from this aspect. I got the lot for $20. I'm not sure if these are variants or if these are classic covers or not. I like the covers. The normal cover price on them was $3.99. So I got them all together. I got the covers I want. They're in nice shape for $20 for 4. Why not? Yeah, this was it. 4. Oh, sorry. So he writes on the right before he splits up the lots. And this was the last one. Marauders. Hey, you can appreciate this one.
I just picked that one up.
You could appreciate this one. I know you can.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this, Emma. Nice, hot woman. Okay, so whoa, $20 for a modern book. Was it a spec buy? Yeah, well, you know what? Yes and no. It was a spec buy a little bit, and it was Curiosity. Look at that. Look at it. Show them. Hold on. Let me make you double.
Oh,
Make it double so
twins.
let's show that off. Look at that.
You know
Double.
what though? Mine's not a reader copy. Haha. Just kidding.
It'd be funny if this one is actually better shape.
It might be. This one's in pretty good shape. But yeah, it was a cover buy for me. I didn't really care, but yeah.
Yeah, cover by. All right. He wanted. Who was it? Justin. He wanted to see if there was any spec. This has a little bit of spec as far as new comic is concerned, just because of the Valkyrie cover and that kind of thing. Um, nothing like really like out of the ordinary, but it's part of that Thor run. That
I think he just thought you were getting that one Strange Academy book for $20, I think.
No. These 4 books.
Yeah, he even said like, oh, you got them all together for $20. That's a good deal.
And this, I believe, is where they fake killed Wanda Scarlet Witch, right? Isn't that the issue?
Oh 10? Shit, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think this is it.
I'm a WhatNot seller, man. I don't know anything about comic books. What are you talking about?
There you go, man. What I'm asking you. You know, that's it. You know,
actually, a guilty confession of mine. I haven't read Strange Academy yet.
I'm bits and pieces, so I'm just putting it together. Now that they're still somewhat cheap. I don't know. Who knows? If there's ever any kind of talks or something like that, they're not going to be worth buying. So I might as well buy them now for $4 or $5 a piece in nice shape, the covers I want, and then if there's any fire or anything to it, then that's it. So this is a book that I got, Silver Surfer. I'm not sure which Silver Surfer this is. There's only one reason, and one reason alone that I got it is for this 25th anniversary border. I love these books. I'm collecting, and I'm almost complete with the entire original run of these borders. And I will take any variant that I see that's modern, that follows the same trend, that homages it, or they're going off the same thing. So I like these a lot. This is a street level hero exclusive. If that means something, I don't know. Do you have any experience with street level hero?
Not like directly. I'm aware of them. So here's a question for you. What's your favorite original 20th anniversary border comic from the original set?
As far as that I like personally to look at?
Yeah.
More than likely, it's a split between X-Men 211, which I do like that one a lot, and I also do really like the Thor cover.
Thor's nice.
I like that one too.
Yeah.
I don't know about the other. Like, they're all nice in their own way. The Spider-Mans are kind of generic, to be quite honest with you. The Peter Parker one where it's split face with him in the Spidey sense, that's kind of cool. Yeah. But I just like the detail artwork in the X-Men, and I also like the one that they did a really nice job on Thor. Normally, I would say the Hulk, but the Hulk kind of got a weird look to it for some reason. It made him look like he's got some kind of defect. I don't know. He's a little off the way they drew him.
Well, it's funny if you think about it. They're really just like those, like Todd Knock does those headshot variants. It's kind of like the original version of those, like where it's just the head. It's usually not really much going on in the images.
I really like the. It was a nice gimmick.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that happen again when they hit another anniversary. It would be nice. And I don't mind the headshot on me. With a headshot with an occasional oddball where they do something like this.
Yeah, same.
This, by the way, is signed. I forgot to mention that it's signed. So it's signed by Mike McCone. Mike McCone.
Okay.
You guys know him?
Yeah, McCone's good.
I don't really know his art that much, but it's nice. It's nice, classic Silver Surfer lines and art. So I like it. So I got that one for $15. I don't know, and it says reader copy, but like I said, this one looks clean, just like the other ones, even though it's a reader copy. So
it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. We're talking about condition, like the whole reader copy thing. Who the fuck's selling a signed comic as a reader copy? Like that's not. It's just a lower condition comic.
These guys.
I know, but it's a weird thing to me. Like a reader copy to me is like, I've got a nice high-end version of X-Men 211, and that's my safe queen or whatever. And then I've got a beat-up one with a bunch of spine ticks on it, and that's my reader copy. That's what
Uh,
it means to me, you know?
you know what? It's justifying. It's justifying what their values are. Because here's the thing: they were selling these as reader copies that are signed
Yeah.
for $15, and they were selling anything else that's not signed that had a reader copy label on it for $5. So again, it comes down to not knowing what they have in their hands. I personally think that something like this should have went for a lot more than $15.
Yeah.
Personally, the other ones I think I got whatever they're worth, $4 or $5. I don't think they're worth much more than that. And maybe I even overpaid for them, but it's fine. But this thing, I think somebody would have paid $25 for it, maybe 30, because it has a signature. It's got a certificate on there, and the other thing is you're hitting a book like this is hitting a collector that's not only looking for signatures. You could have a signature collector, you could have a Silver Surfer collector, and you got a nut like me that's a border collector.
Yeah. You get a lot of cylinders to hit on there.
So 25, $30 would not be an awful price for a book like this. I wouldn't put this for if I was doing a whatnot. I wouldn't do it for less than $25. You want it, you want it. You go, somebody's gonna buy it. That's yeah. I saw it, I grabbed it. I would have bought it at $25 if I saw it.
Yeah.
Don't use that against me, people. If you see me with the border books, if you try to screw me, I'm not gonna buy it purposely.
It's not a Care Bears. Come on.
Care Bears. You want to talk about Care Bears? You know what that one's freaking worth?
Oh, it's fucking a lot of money, man.
That one and the Muppet Babies. Those are
Yep.
the ones that I'm refusing to pull the trigger. I'm not paying 200 freaking bucks for a freaking Muppet Babies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it for cheaper somewhere. The same thing with the Care Bears, and the same thing with the freaking Star Brand. That's another one. Those three are the ones I'm missing. You're
Yeah.
pissing me off. The Star Brand. I'm not gonna pay $20 for a stupid Star Brand. Who wants? But I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. Then this was a 2 comic lot. Okay. And this was a null reader's copy. Again, this one is signed as well.
That Donny Cates.
Yep. Donny Cates, another street level authenticity on there. Again, $15. Am I like? I'm not a modern guy. Everybody that knows me, I'm a silver, gold, a little bit bronze and copper, a little bit. Those are my books. Those are the ones I like, and I generally really enjoy collecting. I'm learning the modern market as I'm going. I get books that are modern, but I'm not really really up to date. Like, are these things like stuff that I'm overpaying for right now, or is it like something that I'm getting good value? I'm thinking $15 for something they're calling a reader's copy that looks in pretty damn good shape, with a certificate of authenticity. And look at this, look at my healing powers. Anyway, that is, I think $15 is a really fair deal. I don't know. What do you?
Well, I mean, honestly, like, here's the deal. There's a lot of cynics in the comic collecting hobby right now. They'd be like, "Oh, you already paid for that. Null is so done with." I actually think Null is some of the best modern spec out there because he's gonna come back. He's gonna be a big deal. People can rip on Donny Cates' run on him or whatever with all that shit that happened, and that's fine. I don't think it was the greatest run ever, but some other writer is going to take that character to a cosmic villain level threat at some point. So I think it's a good investment, really. I mean, you're getting a signed book. It's his first. I think that's probably his first solo title, right?
Yeah, and I'm thinking of it like this. That's even the secondary part of it. I'm looking for this perspective. It's a really nice cover.
Yeah.
That's signed by a really top artist out there, writer that's out there on the book. And it's a nice thing to have in your collection.
Yeah.
Now, add the investment spec to it. Yeah, eventually he's going to be back. They'll come back. And it might be worth something a lot at that point. And maybe I'll sell this for $1 trillion and I'll look like a super genius. But, the point is, I don't think I'm getting hurt with that $15. Right? You get a lot of people. The only time I'll get hurt with something like this if it's a fake signature, which will really piss me off. But I've heard of street level hero, at least. At least I heard of them.
I just realized that's got to be what SLH is on the. So why does Spider-Man booth have a bunch of street level hero books? Are they affiliated? What's the deal there? That's what I want to know.
I'd like to find out as well. That's interesting. They could be affiliated with them. I know you got a glimpse of this in the last book in this lot. Yeah, you're probably gonna love that one. Death Deaths of Wolverine. This is another $5 reader. This is supposed to be a ratio book, so I didn't have this, and I refused to go out and buy these Deaths of and Lives of Wolverine. Um, but it was $5, and it was a ratio. So like, you know what? Why not? Why not? If I could get them for close to cover price and their ratios, I'll pick them up. And maybe it'll be worth something, maybe it won't, but I'm not hurt. $5, hey, that's fine. And then this is the last one of this lot, which I think you're gonna enjoy.
Oh yeah, Nakayama, man.
Look at this nice gold signature on here.
Oh yeah.
Reader's copy again, street level hero. $15. I don't know. Can we go wrong with this?
Well, in my opinion, you can never go wrong with Goblin Queen and Nakayama. So you're kind of firing on all cylinders here.
And a nice jet black cover.
Yeah. Why would they put these loose in these little shitty bags? Well, it's part of that reader copy tier, I'm guessing.
I guess, but why fuck them up more if that's the case?
Well, here's the funny thing: those bags, yeah, they're not like free or whatever, but they're also, by the time you add up all the price of all those bags they use for shipping like that, isn't it cheaper just to put it in a Gemini anyway?
Maybe more than likely you might be right. But even if they didn't put it in Gemini, all you had to do is you know an easy way, brick it.
Yep, cardboard sandwich, man.
You could either put cardboard sandwich or take two backboards, front and back.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, this is not the way to ship them. This is the way to ship them. For people that don't know how to ship books like that, especially if you put them raw like that. You're supposed to put them in both ways. But especially like loose like that. Whatever. That's just a little weird thing. There's a reason.
Oh, wait! Before you, your way into this, Kool-Aid man. Here's the question for you. I have. So everybody knows that's how you. Well, everybody should know that's how you ship comic books. The backing board to backing board, cover to cover. Do you store your comic books that way in your long short boxes or whatever you use?
I do not, and the reason I do not is because I just don't have the room.
Yeah.
I wish I did. Right now I'm busting by the seams. I got to get rid of a lot of my duplicates and a lot of the stuff that I really don't think belongs in my collection anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm actually considering, believe it or not, I'm actually considering doing like a part-time WhatNot thing, or like teaming up with somebody that's doing WhatNot, just so I could do, a few hours on a day of the week or something like that.
Yeah.
Just like, here, take my stuff, let me unload it, whatever I get, so I can make room and somehow recoup some of my money back.
For sure.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. So we got a blind bid that I got. You want to see this one?
Sure.
Okay, so this was their gimmick. They had, this is where I spent big bucks. I spent $250. Okay, it's blind. The whole thing is blind. And what they do is give you $25 worth of 25 books that are mixed between signatures, virgins, variants, ratios, etc., that kind of thing. Plus, you get a slab from the wall. They had a wall full of slabs. Now, most of the slabs that were on the wall were pretty shitty. I'll tell you, they were shitty. They were shitty freaking. Nobody wants these slabs. That's why they're putting them up there. Some of them were decent, but they had different tiers. You could go up to $600 to get a different tier and get a better slab, $1,000. I'm not playing. I wanted to see what kind of shit they're going to throw in that $250 box. The other thing I wanted to see, yeah, this is not a censored channel. We can speak here. We're not monetized. That's okay. I want to see what kind of shit they're going to put in that box. And I'm going to show you. That box is in here. This is the box. Now I know what's in that shit box. All right. So now I know what's in there. You got a slab that you get to pick. Now, out of the choices that I got, there wasn't that many great choices. So this is the one I picked. One, because it was the highest grade one that was out there.
Wow.
Two, because it was signed. And this is a Sweet Paprika number one, the foil cover. Okay. Now, I got this one purposely for two reasons. One, I think this one will hold its value the best. Not that I'm a big Sweet Paprika fan. I'm not. I'm not in any way. Can you see my? You see, you guys are getting a little bit of sneak peek of the journey. I call it. So we have this Sweet Paprika thing, which is very shiny, and it's signed by. Let's see who it's signed by. It is signed by.
Merca, I'd hope.
Yep, Merca. Signed by. Yep, Merca. So is that good? Is it not good? I think this probably pays for roughly $150 worth of that box. Look at that booty. Bronze, you're more of a modern guy than me. Fair market value, $100. Is that fair to say this thing is worth? 175.
75 easy. 75 easy. It's weird. Like the whole 9.6 thing. I don't think it should matter as much as it does, but it does matter.
I'm only talking about the signature.
That's the thing, though. It should be worth 100 because if let's say Mirka was to do like a private signing at CGC, it would probably be $75 just for the submission fees.
That's
let alone
exactly
the book
what
and
I was
everything.
thinking. This is how I buy it. If I buy ready slabs, I take into consideration the cost of slabbing. I take the cost of submittal and everything, and if it's signed, the cost of getting it signed. So I take everything into consideration. Plus, on top of that, what kind of book is actually put in the plastic. So, is this good? Is it not good? I'm not sure. So let's say 75. So this is our baseline. Now I'm going to show you the crap that's in here, and you can tell me, is this worth 250 or is it not worth 250? I'm not sure. We're going to find out right now. But say baseline 75. I thought maybe $100, but I'm probably off. You know, you're probably more right than I am. 75, I think, is a fair number.
And just to be clear, so the 250 is not the stuff we saw before.
No,
just that slab and the books you're about to show.
No, that was all separate stuff.
Okay.
This is all separate stuff. The stuff that I showed you before, I actually priced out for you. Told you how much they cost me. The signed readers copies were $15 a piece, and the other copies of everything else was $5 a piece.
Gotcha.
And here's the thing: the shipping was okay on them because they charged $5 initially for shipping, and it was 50 cents for each additional book, each additional lot, not book. So shipping didn't cost me a lot. I think it didn't cost me more than $15 for this entire monstrosity that I got here, which I don't know how they're pulling that off.
No, that doesn't sound right to me because
I'll tell you.
Although for comic books on WhatNot, it's weird, man. It's supposed to be by weight for everything, but then they said for comic books, put everything as 4 to 7 ounces, but that doesn't take into account packing. But originally they told us to weigh packing.
Well, I'll tell you something. The slab thing, because I know for a fact, because I checked before I bid on that box, the $250 box, it was 50 cents for the shipping.
Yeah, that's not right.
The slab, which I think they got screwed on the packing at the end. But, you know, that's their issue with WhatNot and not mine.
Yeah, because I mean, WhatNot pays for all the shipping, so they screwed WhatNot is what happened.
So again, very similar to last one. You got a bubble wrap coffin here with a bunch of comics in here. You know what I'm missing here? Here, I'm not gonna put you on the spot because I don't know if you do this or not. But something that's glaringly missing from both these boxes, I didn't see anything. I did see the pick and packing invoice, which I do appreciate. You know what I'm missing? A little note that says, "Thank you." Is that too much to ask for?
Man, I don't do that. I got to be honest with you. I just don't do that. Like, it depends. If you're somebody that I know,
Dude,
I will do it. But if I just wrote thank you in every package, it's totally pointless because it's just an empty gesture.
Look, that's the point. It's a gesture. That's all it is.
But an empty one.
Well, it may be.
In my opinion.
But it's a business one. and it's always been a pet peeve of mine. It's always been. I guess that's because of I'm always been in sales, and I'm always saying thank you to people. They tell me, "Hey, Jeremy, eat shit." I say
I
thank you.
get it. I get it, man. But my thing is like, I'd rather if I had like a cool interaction with somebody, I might throw in like a little sketch or something for them, or I might like, write a little note about an item they won, or if I know that they've watched my videos, I might make a reference to something like that. So I like to pick and choose that kind of stuff a little bit more selectively.
Well, I have heard you say thank you to people on your streams and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I spent over $300 on this lot.
That's the flip side.
It's not a little bit of money.
No.
I don't think it's that big of a dick of me to say, write down thank you. I'm not forcing anybody to do it. I just find that I appreciate that, whether it's an empty gesture or not. That's just the way I look at it.
Yeah.
I've seen people that send freaking giveaways. It costs them money to send it, and they write thank you on top of it. It's just a little observation of mine. As a customer thing, like I said, I'm not putting you on the spot about it because everybody's got their own understanding of how they want to do it. Again, we got these plastic bags. These are all loose. These are all loose. There's supposed to be good books in here. You're going to tell me if this is good or is this shit? Let's see if we bombed on this one. Let's see how much we bombed on this one.
I'll be honest with you.
Oh, I want you to be honest with you. You tell me this is a shit bomb, you're going to let me know because
you don't really got to ask me to be honest, but I'll do it anyway for you, just for you.
Let's see this shit bomb. All right, so let's do one bag at a time. All right, so this one is SLHLA.book.com. So we got Amazing Spider-Man 93. The Mary Jane kissing. Who is this? Is this the real Spider-Man or is this Ben Reilly Spider-Man? I don't know.
Ben Reilly, Kirkham variant.
All right, so this is not a reader copy. It's supposed to be a near mint copy, which the premium. They were selling stupid covers, regular covers, like it's from this month, and they were calling it near mint and selling them for $10 a piece. Okay, so these were part of that lot. Okay.
Yeah. I'd say it's a nice book, $10 or $15 maybe.
Is it really?
Yeah.
All right, great. It's better than I thought. I thought it was $5. All right, so you actually got me. You actually got me in a better mood right now. So $15. This is something I personally really, really like. Now there might be people that don't like it. It is signed, and it's a Miko signed.
Oh, okay.
So that's another street level heroes. They got to have some kind of backdoor deal with these guys. It's got to be something.
Well, Norin was saying that they're the same company. They've just changed their name at some point.
All right, so maybe that's the case. But I like these homage covers. I love them. But I'm a nostalgia fan.
You're in luck. There's 1,000 of those fucking things.
Yeah, it's signed. It's signed. And to top it off, I love the zombie stuff.
Yeah, that makes it a little bit more unique for sure. I like that it says Snicked in the 300 font back there.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I like that. I even like the UPS logo that they have.
Yep.
All like little things. By the way, when I was a kid, I used to have almost everything in newsstand because that's where I could get the stuff from the newsstands and the grocery or whatever. And I would be so envious of my friends that went to comic shops that had one that had the Spider-Man head on it. I'm like, why does mine have these shitty lines?
Yeah,
I want Spider-Man to have it on it. But it's just.
I bought the lie about direct edition too. I bought those pretty much exclusively.
How much things change in life, right?
Yeah.
So Amazing Spider-Man number 78. I do not know what this is, other than Spider-Man number 78. It is a really cool black cover.
Yeah.
Really cool cover. But is it a nothing burger? Is this something of value?
I mean, it's kind of like what Norin just said in chat about there's too many Spidey collectors out there. Somebody will buy it, but like, I don't think it's anything special to me anyway.
I don't think it's special to me. I consider it a run filler for me with a really nice cover. $5? Is that fair? Is it too much? Too little?
It's probably $5. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Like the ones that aren't keys for the Delato variants, that's about what I usually tend to get for them if I sell them.
All right. So is this Delato?
I'm pretty sure that he does a variant for most of the Spider-Man books.
All right, so maybe I don't know what it is. All right, nothing burger. So this is another one. This is a Virgin cover, and I believe this is Venom 29.
Sounds about right.
I believe so, which is the first something. Some Codex? Is that what it is?
I think I want to say that's 26, his first Codex.
What is 29? 29 is something. Or 27. Is it 27 or 29? I don't want to open it up because, you know why? Because there's a shitty sticker on the back.
No, I got two shitty stickers.
Yeah, this is double the fun. You know? But this one's good. It's a Virgin cover. $10? Fair?
I wouldn't pay $10 for it, but maybe somebody would.
Because it's a Virgin. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Somebody was it's $10 to somebody. You know, it doesn't have to be to me. I would not pay these individually. Other than this if they had this in those signed lots as a reader signed book for $15, so this I would buy. This I would buy. And yeah, out of all these books, to pay a premium on it, some kind of like value, $10, $15, that's the only one so far I would actually go and buy. This, if I found it for $5 all day, every day, I'd buy it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, $5 for sure.
$10, but there is people that will buy it. Venom freaks and Virgin freaks. People that are into Virgins and they're into Venom, they'll buy them. Then I have this, the X-Men something. I don't know what the hell this is. It says X-Men on it. You're my X-Men Pro.
It's a nullified store exclusive, probably like an unknown thing. Not sure.
Yeah, there's nothing, no writing on the back.
Yeah.
And there's definitely nothing in the description. So I don't know what the hell to make out of this. It's something. It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
$5?
Is that an X-Men 11 homage, I think, maybe, or something? I can't remember.
It does look like a 11. It does look... No, actually, no. The 11's the reverse, and Wolverine's much bigger.
Yeah.
But it could be like a variation of that.
Right.
But I don't... number 16, I think it is. $5? 10? Is that?
I'd say 5.
Yeah, $5, right? Okay, so let's say $5.
And like, if I'm pessimistic on prices, it's just because we're in a bear market. I mean, like, people just don't fork over money for stuff unless they're really looking for it.
Yeah, I agree. This is a really nice cover. I don't know if it's got any value to it. It's Venom 27.
So that is first Codex, first full Codex 27.
So this is him, and it's a Tyler Kirkham cover. So there's got to be something to this, right? $10?
Yeah. So here's what I'll say about the Venom books. Though there's so many variants for all those Venom books, especially after like 25. I think that one still holds some value. I would say 10 is fair for that, probably.
Yeah,
totally off the cuff, shoot from the hip.
I have to agree with you because there is a first appearance to it, and it is Tyler Kirkham, which people really like.
They do.
Now, especially now with all this WhatNot craziness that everybody's buying these WhatNot exclusives, which I think they're freaking bonkers. Who the hell's buying freaking a reprint of freaking Invincible? Dude, yeah, the cover, it's awesome. I'm not paying $300 for that.
No.
It's a reprint. It just came out. Oh, you want to pay for one that's metal? Pay $700, $800. That's nuts. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a boomer, old-fashioned guy. Then I got this thing, Thor number 9. Anything to this?
No, I think that there was some spec around it when it came out. I think it's like when I can't remember if that's the issue where Donald Blake reappears or if it's 8. But yeah, I think it's kind of a nothing burger now.
Yeah, $4, $5.
Yeah, cover price $3 probably, $4.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, $4. $33.99. Let's call 4. We'll throw a penny. We'll make it happen for them.
All right.
Then we got Juggernaut number 1. This is some kind of either ratio or exclusive edition.
Yeah, it's definitely not the 8 cover. That's the first appearance of D-Cell, who nothing's ever come of D-Cell, but she can stop the Juggernaut. That's the one thing she can do.
Well, it's good to keep I guess, because
Yeah.
there is some kind of special thing to it. But
So
is it
you like your
$5?
ASM 300 homages. I have the Kyle Hotz ASM 300 of that cover. Really nice book.
Of this cover with
Yeah,
Juggernaut.
it's Juggernaut 1. And there's 2. There's one that's like a virgin and one that's a trade dress. It's Kyle Hotz, the ASM 300 with Juggernaut running through the circle. It's really cool.
I've seen it. It's a great cover.
Yeah.
I really like it. But $5?
$4 or $5, yeah.
Yeah. We're not looking really good right now as far as value, right?
If everything's sold for what, the thing is, there might be no interest, even if that's the value, right?
That's what I'm saying. We're not looking, even if I had exactly $250 worth of value of all books on fair market value today, I'm at a loss. I lost on this one. But I do have a bunch of crap that I would not have gotten before, and maybe it expands me as a collector. That I have diversifying. X-Force Kill Shot. I think this is complete shit, but you tell me. Shit?
I'd say shit.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd want is the J. Scott Campbell cover from that.
And this one is the Hauqueto.
Okay.
Hauqueto, that's what the signature looks like. But who cares? It is nice
It's
art.
not a bad cover. I just,
it is nice art. Don't get me wrong. The art's nice. But it's X-Force Kill Shot. Who the hell's buying Kill Shot X-Force? I'm not. And then,
me either.
All right, this one seems like there's something to this one. Blind. Okay. So this one is a Thor. And it shows him like, one of these. This is a ratio. This is definitely a ratio. I don't know if it's 1:10 or 1:25.
It might not be a ratio. It might be an exclusive design variant.
Actually, it's a street level hero certificate of authenticity, and it is signed.
Yeah, Donny Cates, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good book. I'd say that's $10 to $15 probably.
Yeah, I'd pay $15 for this. Yeah. So far, there's a couple books that what we're evaluating them at the right time, at the right place, you'll get me to pay for it if I'm in the mood for it.
Yeah.
So let's take off this other plastic bag again. See what other shit we got in here. You see how optimistic, how nice I am with all this stuff. Anyway, the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I hate the freaking Power Rangers. So whatever value you tell me this is worth, I don't care. To me, it's shit. It's worth nothing. So anything somebody would give me to this, I'd be so happy. But it is a virgin. So because it's a virgin, I would expect people to think it's worth at least $5, $10. I don't know.
Probably. You could also tell me it's worth $100, and I wouldn't be surprised. But
yeah, because you get these Power Ranger freaks. They're all into this stuff. So
I know there was one book kind of recently that had some new character in it that people cared about. If that happens to be that one, it might not be bad, but I really don't know.
I don't know. I'll find out. I'll do my research on it. But as far as I'm concerned, this is shit. I'll put a 5. I'll put a 10. I'll be really generous. I'll put a $10 because of all the Power Ranger freaks out there and the Virgin.
That does seem generous.
Yeah.
But sure, I get it.
Way of X #1. I don't think there's anything special to this one.
No, that was just a new title they launched. It hasn't really done much for me so far.
It's a nice cover.
Is that Scott Williams?
No, it's again Hauqueto. Who the hell is?
Oh, okay. Same dude.
It looks nice. The art's nice. Don't get me wrong. But
You're wrong.
I've seen these. I've seen the regular covers. I don't know if this is a special cover, but I've seen the regular covers of this series, the whole freaking series. I think I just bought a whole freaking thing on WhatNot of Way of X and Power of X. The whole thing. I bought it for $18. What? So $2-3 a book.
Yeah, I'd say 2 probably on that one.
Yeah. Venom #32. Nothing burger, I guess.
Yeah.
Another $4 or $5, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Filler.
I'd go 3-4 on it.
There you go, 3-4. So you're more stingy than I'm being generous. I'm just
going off like if I ran a WhatNot with these books in it right now, what I think my audience would pay for it. Now, if you were a big ass seller, like a Spider-Man booth or something like that, you might get more per book.
Well, they're apparently getting more per book right now from this
Exactly.
box.
Yeah.
It's a mystery. That's the whole thing. It's a mystery. You need suckers to buy your mystery. They found one so far. You got Batman, the Virgin, trade dress. It is a nice cover.
Yeah. I wonder if it's like a Dark Knight's Death Metal or something like that.
It's got to be something like that. $5, $6, I guess.
Now, DC does not do a lot of real full Virgin covers. They do a lot of minimals. So
let's say
might be a
$10.
little bit more with Batman on it.
$10?
10.
Yeah, all right. $10. It is a nice cover. I'll say that much. And then we got Detective Comics 1027. This cover. Is this a regular cover or is this an exclusive cover? I don't know.
That's probably an exclusive. There were a million exclusives for that book.
A million, not only a million exclusives, there were like a million regular covers.
That's true, yeah.
For this thing. So this was $9.99 cover price. Is it fair to say it's still worth $99 or is it half price now?
I doubt it. I bet you $6, $7 maybe. But again, I'm firing from the cuff here. It could be like the most sought after version. I don't think it is, but
I think it's worth about $5 because I basically bought a couple of Detective 27s and a couple of Action Comics 1000 not that long ago, half off cover price.
Yeah, I believe it. Like in a heartbeat.
I'll say 5 unless I discover that there's something specific about this. Obi-Wan, Star Wars, $1.
Yeah, Nakayama.
$4?
No, I'd say that's well, you're kind of past the prime to sell it, but probably $5 all day, maybe 10.
It's new. That's why, though. It's not like an old comic. It just came out.
Well, right, and Obi-Wan, the show's over, so any hype for Obi-Wan's kind of out the window right now.
I'll say $5 because there's always a Star Wars freak that's willing to pay $5 for something.
It's one of my favorite covers for that book.
Is it?
Yeah, I think because Nakayama even his worst covers are still pretty good.
He's a good artist.
Yeah.
I gotta give him credit. So another Noel book.
That's a cool one. Yeah, that was shit. I'm trying to remember. Maybe that's like
I think it's King in Black.
It's either King in Black or it's one of those like Empires in Planet Wraith bullshit. Yeah. So that's a cool cover though.
$10? Fair? 5? It's a Virgin.
Let's say 7.
All right, 7. All right, I'll drop it to 5. I don't want odd numbers. 5. We'll balance it out with.
I'd say 5. Even as a Virgin, I don't have much faith in it.
Yeah, it's good art. It's nice art. I'll tell you say how much.
Yeah.
And then the next book is this Hulk, which I think is an exclusive, maybe, or is it a ratio? I don't know. Is it? Or I don't know. I don't think this was in the regular editions.
It might be a ratio. I'm pretty sure I have the regular covers for that book, and I don't remember that one. And I have the Raza, which is an exclusive. And again, there were a lot of exclusives for that, and no one gives a shit anymore.
And it is the first appearance of Titan.
Yeah, Titan Hulk or whatever.
It's freaking Hulk. You know? Look at all the nuts out there that paid $300-400 for the Immortal Hulk first appearance. I want to see how you get that money back again. You know,
it's tough.
All right, it's $4. All right, it's new, right?
Yeah, $4, sure.
You know, it's still on the current racks. You know, we'll call it $4. Ghost Rider 1, which I think is a flop of a series, by the way.
Yeah, there were some first appearances in that though, so maybe I'd say at least cover price.
All right, so cover price I believe is $4.99 on this one. So
I think 5 seems fair.
$5. It's Ghost Rider too. If he joins the MCU, some nuts are gonna go nuts. It doesn't matter which Ghost Rider #1 it is; they're all gonna buy them when they get priced out of everything. Hellions #4, Nothing Burger. At least
nothing.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to do. 4. Why don't you at least put the #1 in there? It's such a random book. Hellions sucks. Even #1 sucks. Like as far
there is one good Hellions book though. I think it was like I can't remember if it was like 5 or 7 or something, but it was the first appearance of Tarn, and no one bought that book. And that character seems like they're going to be around for a while. So there's one good Hellions book.
Well, the Hellion book, Immortal Hulk was good. It was really good. But I'm telling you, why would everybody pay those kind of astronomical multiples for Immortal Hulk? He's still the same Hulk. His mood changed. If you think about it, he's just reflecting another character of himself. It's still the same guy. It's not like a completely different, like it's not like the Red Hulk, which is a completely different character that can live in a different, environment. He's still the same Hulk. Bruce Banner can't turn into the Savage Hulk and the Immortal Hulk at the same time. It's the same guy. So to pay a freaking multiple of insane money for that stupid No Surrender Avengers, or this the first Immortal Hulk, is nuts. Yeah, I'll pay a little bit of premium because it's the first time he turned like that. But I'm not that kind of money. And you see, look at the prices now.
Yeah.
Norrin's actually another WhatNot seller. Maybe he has a Mortal Hulk that's ready to sell. He's like, what? Shut up! I'm trying to sell this book. Anyway, Star Wars Crimson Reign, #2. Another thing, #2 he gives me. Give me the freaking #1. It's a new book, right? Isn't this new?
Yeah, but I mean, hey, like you said, Star Wars, and I can't remember which issues. There's some first appearances in every other Star Wars book, so that could be a decent one.
$4. Yeah, it's cover price.
4 or 5, yeah, sure.
Cover price. That's it. I'm not even. This one's not up for debate. Those Star Wars freaks, they're nuts. Okay, so now we know what that other version is. It is that.
There we go.
Because I got the.
So that's actually the first cameo of Yara Flor too.
So that version actually might have some kind of traction.
I mean, it's probably not the one to get, but yeah, I mean, I feel better calling it $10 before.
Yeah. And this would be okay cover price?
Cover price, yeah. 5, whatever.
$5.
Yeah.
I feel so much better paying cover price for DC books than Marvel books, only because they're such nicer quality. I don't know. I don't know. I'll get into that in another video as far as my pet peeves with quality. Something's Killing the Children 21. This cover.
I love that cover.
It is a nice cover.
It is a nice cover.
I don't know if it's a cover.
So here's where I gotta do a little reveal. Like I know a seller who bought a bunch of these, and so I bought. It's why I have a bunch of the same stuff. He was selling them on his stream, so I bought some of the ones he was getting, and that's one of the ones just as a cover buy. I liked it for me. I like Something Is Killing the Children. I picked that one up.
There's actually something significant about that comic too. I think there's some kind of Erica Slaughter implication.
Yeah, it might be. It might be the first appearance of her sister or some shit.
I haven't started anything past 15 yet.
That's where I'm at. I'm waiting for like the next volume or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So I'm right there. I know that there's some significant. I've been compiling them, and I'm gonna read them all together.
But I don't think anything past issue 10 or 11 of Something That's Killing the Children is ever really going to be worth anything close to the early stuff.
No, absolutely not. But
there's way too many variants.
16 still is holding some kind of value because
it was hella overprinted.
Oh yes, absolutely. But that is the origin of her.
You at least get that.
Yeah, there is something that's of some substance. Spider-Gwen, #2.
Yeah,
something good.
I think it's one of the. I can't remember if that's first Captain America, Spider-Gwen. It's some alternate version of her. I can't remember which one though.
All right, whatever. $4 cover.
Yeah, they're like future spec, but not really worth a whole lot right now.
And you got Venom 28. Nice cover.
Nice cover.
I will say that. Worth cover price.
Yeah, cover price easily.
$4. And then Carnage #1. It's a reader's copy.
Oh, fancy.
So that means there's got to be something racial implicating on this.
Yeah, Carnage, that series did not do very well.
No, he's done. So is Carnage.
Absolutely.
For now. I'm so happy about it because I actually need a 361. can't wait till I get one for dirt cheap and laugh at everybody else that pays full note for it.
I think that's one of my best calls ever made on the top 5 not to buy stuff is don't buy that book like a month before the fucking movie came out.
I was not touching it. People were trying to convince me. They were selling it at deep discounts from what the values were at the time. They would tell me, listen, you want to get this book. They'd be the salesman. You got to get this book. I'll give you a sweetheart deal for it. I'll give you $300 for this mint raw copy. You know what? This is what you're gonna get. Zero. You're not gonna get that money from me. You're not, because it's Carnage. It's 90s Carnage. It's not even drawn by McFarlane or McFarlane Part 2 called Eric Larson. It's by the third tier artist. It's by Bagley.
Yeah.
People don't realize that. I have nothing wrong with Bagley. Bart Bagley is a solid penciler. He is a solid artist. I don't like his run on Spider-Man. I personally don't like the way he draws Spider-Man. I thought he was great on New Warriors. But Spider-Man, he made him look weird.
He doesn't look right.
His torso's too big. His waist is like this. He's like a little weird girly man. I don't know. It's not for me. It's not for me. I don't like it. Especially it was such a letdown. You went from McFarlane, which is great. He's a great artist. Then you went to Eric Larson, who is a really, really solid artist, really good artist. And even that was a little bit like, all right, we're going into different territory. But you know what? He stepped it up. He made Venom a whole different character. It looked great. And we go from him to Mark Bagley. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it just gets worse from there, unfortunately, after that.
Yeah, so 361, extremely overprinted. There are a lot of mint copies out there, or near mint. Near mint copies. I would be surprised. I would be shocked if they don't come up with a warehouse find of a few crates of these things somewhere. There's so many of them out there.
Hold on. So I want to the chat here. I want to dive into this. Norin, Carnage is heating up right now. Based on what, brother? Like, I'm sorry, I don't buy that. Like, based on what? I mean, I'll give you a chance to answer, and then the reader's copy thing too. I think we should address that.
All right, let me actually jump on this for a second, because this is actually interesting about Carnage. Carnage is an interesting character. He is a character that can sustain. There is some traction. He's not just a Spider-Man villain. He could transcend to other people, to other books, and work well. He's gotten past the point of being just a cheap knockoff of Venom, which he was for a while. He is a character that can sustain. However, he is not the original. He is not Venom. Okay? Now, if you want a really nice copy of Amazing Spider-Man 300, which is the first appearance of Venom, with an iconic cover that blows away 361, you could get one for about $4,500. 9.8 in the slab, ready to go. And if you're a good wheeler and dealer, you could get it in the threes, maybe even cheaper. But we'll say fair market value. What makes all the nuts that were paying $2,000 for an ASM 361 think that ASM 361 should be worth half the price of a Venom book, of a 300 book? That's how you have to kind of figure it out. That has a higher print run, by the way. And there's a second print of it on top of it.
Yep.
And there's plenty of newsstands out there. I mean, it's not a great scenario for it to pick up a lot of tracks. And the character is not on the level of other villains. Villains villain first appearances are usually not as worth as much as actual superhero first appearances are. That's just a fact. Other than certain staples like a Doctor Doom or something along those lines, which are iconic characters. I'll even throw a Thanos in there. That's an iconic character. He actually, that book is actually worth more than number one of Iron Man, because Iron Man, that series sucked. Unless you unless you're reading the alcoholic Iron Man portion of it, which is really good art, a demon
Yeah.
in bottle. Um, that those are the few exceptions to the rule. Joker, yeah, there's another exception to the rule as far as super villain appearances that hold their value.
It's changed a little bit. It's changed a little bit, but like, it's still not even close.
Yeah,
But
so,
like characters like Bane, I mean, his first appearance is worth a respectable amount now compared to what it used to be, but it's just ridiculous. Like you have to be an A-list villain, like you're saying, to really.
Well, you just said Bane. The same category as Carnage. I would put him in the same category as far as where his place in the Mount Rushmore of villains goes. I mean, he's around a Carnage level villain as far as what implications he has on the history of the book. He's a very good character.
Yeah.
Why is he only a fraction of Carnage? Why? And he was in the movie too.
I think that's changing what I'm saying. Like I think it's getting closer and closer, especially as the first appearance of Carnage has dropped like a rock. I think they're actually pretty close. You do kind of pay the DC, or I should say you pay the Marvel tax. Of Marvel character is usually going to be worth more than a DC character, and that holds true for those guys. But other than that, they're pretty close.
Okay, Norin, I'm actually going to. I have not read the current run with Carnage in it, so I'm not going to argue with you if he's good or not, because it might be a great story for all I know. I have not touched it. I read it. I own a couple of number ones that I got randomly like this that I have not actually cracked up to read. I'm being really honest with you. And I have read other Carnage books and storylines that were great in the past. They were really good books. They were fun reads. No problem with that. I'm just talking about as far as the spec value and what people are saying as far as its growth. That there was record highs that hit on a 9.8 of that book for over $2,000, and that was from about $400 a year previously. That kind of multiple is not healthy and it's not sustainable on a more mass-produced product. Now, some of the silver keys, some of the gold keys that hit those ranges overnight are somewhat justified, because if you look at the census and there's only 10 freaking copies of the book, and it goes up at 10 times multiple because of that reason, because you just don't find them on the market. You find one a year. Well, yeah, they're going to be worth it.
Or it hit at auction and it popped off, and so people are more actively looking for those remaining copies, and there's only a few out there, like you're saying.
There's something to them.
Yeah.
ASM 361, you go into every yard sale, you go into every collection out there, I'm sure that 8 times out of 10, they're going to have a 361, a 362, a 363. They're going to be in there. They're easy to find. And that's how you factor how much value a book has. The easier it is to find, that's how much you should evaluate how much it's worth. They talk about Giant Size X-Men having a long print run as well, and it does. Don't get me wrong; it's a big print run. There's a lot out there. Not a lot out there at a very high grade, but there's a lot out there. But those books don't show up in the collections. They hold on to them. Why? Because they know there's some value and it means something to them. 361, it's a cash grab.
Yeah.
Owners of that book, there's not a lot of owners out there that are so in love with the character of Carnage that it's their life, and they're not letting go of that book. They're selling it. It went up $200. I'm getting rid of this thing. I'm cashing out. And most of the people that own those books do that, and it's a fact. It's a fact. You have a handful that love it and keep them. Like for me, if I end up getting a 361, it's going to be to complete my run. But I'm going to buy it under my terms, and it's going to be under my price. And I assure you, when I do get it, I'm going to put it on a live stream, and I'm going to flaunt it to everybody and tell you how much I got it for. Because that's the point. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why a lot of times I do these videos. This unboxing that I'm doing right now, and I'm showing you all the crap I overpaid for right now, is for people not to make the same mistakes as me. I'm kind of opening you guys up. Like, If this is not your jam, this is not the kind of thing you want to buy. I'll recover from this. Not because I'm a freaking wealthy guy and a Trump or whatever the case is. It's not because of that. I'll find a way to piecemeal this, to get rid of the stuff I don't want at my prices and recoup as much as I can from this. It'll start with this thing. I'll probably put this on eBay or something like that for a fucking $1.50. And put a best offer. Some nut, whether it's this month, next month, month after, will eventually give me a buy it now for 100 or something like that, and I'll say, give it to me, and I'm out of here. And then I'll piecemeal some of this stuff, and I'll recoup most of the 250. I probably could make money on this if I get rid of them in the proper way. I just don't have the patience. That's not my job, But as far as value is concerned, I think if you really, really want to go fair market value, I'm not going to add them up. I don't give a crap. Like we just said, $5-10 is the average of what we're looking at. Most of them are $5 books that are in here. Is it a $250 box? Technically, probably is. If we go by sticking by the letter of the law and say, yes, this is how much one of the last copies sold for. This is what, technically, probably we're talking about 250. Will you probably recoup all this money in the proper way if you sold it all together as a lot from somebody? Absolutely not. Because I'll tell you something. If somebody presented this to me, not blind, and said, I'm going to sell you all of these, I'm going to give you a great deal. Because everybody says, giving you a great deal. I'm going to give you a great deal. I'm going to send you this big stack of shitty books. I'm going to send you this is big. Look how many. Look, this is heavy. This is heavy duty. This is like $10 pounds worth of books. And then on top of it, I'm going to sell you a comic that's already been graded. That you don't have to go through the effort to get graded. And getting something that's signed for you. And it's signed for you. And it's shiny. So, and it's CGC. Actually, this is actually an important thing. It is a CGC sign. And I know there's an argument as far as people that are telling you CBCS and CGC. If I have this is my personal opinion. It's not because I favor CGC over CBCS. I hate them all. I hope they all fester in hell. All these grading companies because they're all shitty. But I personally think that if I had the opportunity to buy a CGC signed book with a yellow label over a CBCS verified signed book, even if it was a witness signed book, I will buy the CGC signed book because I think it holds more weight because they're more strict on the signing standards.
Yeah.
Just because they're stricter on the signing, not because I think it's worth more. It's strict. There's no doubt in my mind that it's supposed to be real. This was signed at a convention. This was signed at one of their special in-house signings. That's the only way you're going to get a CGC book signed like that.
But I know for a fact not every CGC witness signature is witnessed.
Well, I'm sure there's stuff that...
No, I mean, like, for a fact. For one thing, you know sports cards, right? You did sports cards for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this happened back in, like, the late 80s and 90s. So what artists can do is they can send in their books and say, that's my book, I signed it. Well, that's what a lot of athletes did back in the day, and they were having other people sign their shit. Now, I'm not saying every comic book you have that an artist sent into CGC isn't signed by the artist. Most of them probably are. Almost all of them probably. But some of them might not be. And I know of somebody who slipped a book in, like they had a book previously signed by the person. They were having a stack signed. And while the CGC person was distracted, they slipped in a couple books. And they came back witnessed. Yeah, I'm not going to say who that was, but
yeah, I can see that.
It's not foolproof. I just wanted to throw that out there.
That absolutely can happen, and I have no doubts that it does happen.
Yeah, but it's way more common with CBCS.
Well, it's not only that; it's up for debate with CBCS. Yeah. They'll verify books that are not witnessed.
Yep.
And that's where it gets a little bit dicey. Yes, You know what? Some books, you got a Jack Kirby signed book. There's no way in hell you can get that witnessed by anybody.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to verify it somewhere. That's what like a lot of these auction houses do. They have these special appraisers and the special signature witness
Right.
professionals. They know what they're doing, and even they don't know what they're doing most of the time because a lot of now they have some technology. Now they have some technology because I know that, multiple times that the books were sent into CBCS and they were sent back with not verified signature because of the reason that their computer technology did not pick up on it. And it happens a lot with Stanley's signatures,
Yep.
especially in his last years. He was an old man before he died. His hand was very shaky. Each single
And he
signature.
signed with his left hand sometimes
There you go.
because he had a medical condition a few years before he passed away where he wasn't able to sign with his right hand, so he'd sign with his left.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Right?
Yeah.
Every
Or then you
single
have somebody like,
signature-
you know, the incident, right, where the person sent in a book that they'd forged the signature and they got it
yeah.
authenticated. One of the signature, I think the signature in question then was a Sarah Pacelli signature. Her signature is a squiggle. I'm not surprised that a computer was like, yeah, it looks right to me, you know, like.
And they have a second tier of actual people that look at the signatures if there's a discrepancy with the computer. However, they won't tell you that before they send it back. You're gonna have to pay to send it back again in order to do that. And
yeah,
if something gets rejected, there should be one of these human beings that actually have a trained eye. They say, okay, let's see why this was rejected and take a good look at it. But they don't do it. They don't have the time to do that. So it's a very flawed system with CBCS. Same thing would happen with EGS because they do their own version of signature verification. And I don't know if PGX does it as well because I don't really look into what PGX does because I don't trust them because all the scams that they did in the past. Everybody knows that. You know, you want to sue me, PGX, for telling you're up to no good. No, go ahead, go ahead. You know, stand in line. So there's issues that are happening with that, and I'm not really confident. So if I have an opportunity, even though it's flawed, there might be I want to say maybe a 2 to 3% fraudulent type of maybe even 5% fraudulent type of witness signature issue going on. I'll still take that 95% guaranteed signature over something else. And
I think it's probably more like 1%. But even then, even if it's just 1%, that's still, if you do the math, quite a few books.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. But I'd rather stack myself on those odds. I'd rather do that than actually do it. But
it's funny you say that. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's funny you say that because I do think one of the things that bothers me about the way people value CBCS versus CGC, and this is something I mentioned on my stream earlier, is if you're not talking about outside of signatures and signature verification, which is a different thing, I think it's really silly that people put a premium on CGC books, especially when you're talking about things that are older than Copper Age, even some Copper Age books. But we're talking about Bronze Age books, Silver Age books. Man, I'm telling you, it's not much of a difference on the back end. And even if you did think it's a difference, buy the fucking CBCS for 10, 15, 20% less, crack it and resubmit it, get it sent to CGC, and all of a sudden you've made yourself some money, or you've upgraded your book in whatever version of the collection you want, where it's a CGC or whatever. I think CBCS is pretty underrated, and some of that they deserve, some of it they don't. But it is funny how that works.
It's nonsense. I'm going to tell you something with these grading companies. It is absolutely, except for PGX. And the reason why I'm pointing out PGX is because they got caught doing a couple of things that were not on the up and up. So I'm excluding them from the situation. But when you're taking the top grading companies, whether it's CGC, whether it's CBCS, whether it's a newcomer, or maybe even it's Halo, who's in Australia, they have a certain criteria that they're looking at the comic in order to get to that grade.
Yeah.
Okay. And especially if you're going up the higher levels of grading, you could see the little nicks and the little things that will take you from a 9.8 to a 9.6. Usually, that's another pet peeve that I have personally with CGC. If you're 9.0 or higher, they don't send you graders notes. You don't get graders notes on those books. They're like, this is a high level book. You don't need them. Yeah. Screw you. I don't need them. For me, a 9 to 9.2 or 9.4 or 9.6 or 9.8, depending on the book, could mean a couple bucks to a couple hundred to a couple $1,000 of difference in price.
Yeah.
So I want to see those grades. If somebody got knocked off from a potential 9.8 to a 9.4 and this thing looks flawlessly crisp, I want to know why that happened. So that bothers the hell out of me. I have 9.2 books. I have 9.0 books from CBCS that I go onto the scan thing, and it tells me why. I just got a Spider Woman number one. It's a 9.0 from CBCS. I'm like, this looks really good. Why is it only a 9.0? Well, I scanned it in, and they told me there's some ripples on the pages. They didn't press it. They said they're unpressed. Very simple as that. I might be able to knock this thing up to 9.4, 9.6 just because I know what the difference is.
Yeah.
If I ever wanted to. If it was worth it to do that. But at least I had that option because of CBCS. CGC 9.0, screw you. You don't get notes.
9.9s should have greater notes.
I'll give it up to a 9.8.
I don't care. Like if it was this, you know what kind of hair close to a 10, and you saw a flaw that said, nah, it's not a 9, it's not a 10, it's a 9.9.
I agree with you. I'm with you.
Scribble it down.
Don't get me wrong. I'm with you. I completely agree with you. And I want to know what brought me from this end to this end. You know Bry Comics?
Yeah.
Okay. So he recently actually did a video that was very useful. I don't know how the hell this happened to him. He actually, because this guy submits freaking hundreds of comics of the same comic.
Thousands, yeah.
Yeah. So he got a 9.8, a 9.9, and a 9 and a 10.0 of the same exact comic. And this was really a really great experiment because I've never seen another person with that same opportunity to have those three books of the same exact issue all simultaneously to compare them. And the freaking 10 looked more flawed than 9.9. But the CGC doesn't give you notes on that to tell you why. It makes no sense to me. I don't know. It's just, that's actually, it was a really interesting video for that reason. I've never seen a 9.8, 9.9, and 9.10 all get back in the same submittal on a non-thick boy book. I've seen that happen, like on the really thick, good paper stock books.
Yeah.
Where you see 9.9s and 10s very regularly. I've seen that happen to those, but I've never seen it on a floppy like one of these, and that was interesting. But Norin, yes, they're not dollar books. I just want to not ignore you. They're not dollar books. If you're still in there, they're definitely not.
No.
But they're not books that I would pay that much money for.
But his other comment, if you squeeze $10 a book, you should come out even. That is incredibly optimistic to think that you could get $10 a book for those books.
But even if I did squeeze $10 a book, okay? So even if I did squeeze let's say I sold it WhatNot, right? I went out. I'm a big dealer on WhatNot. I'm a seller on WhatNot now. Now Journey's taking over WhatNot and selling all this crap to the rest of the world. So let's say I went on there and I'm selling these books at hot potatoes, $10 a book, $10 a book. How much am I going to get charged in the fees?
Right. Yeah, if you sell a book for $1, you're probably bringing home 45 cents.
Yeah. How much is Uncle Sam taking from me at the end of the year? Because I can't hide it on WhatNot. I can do friends and family. I can't say, hey, give me $50 under the table. I can't do any of that. Just WhatNot. It's all just like eBay. It's all being seen. Uncle Sam's going to take his piece. My state, I'm in New York. New York loves to take my money. They're going to take state tax, city tax. They're going to take all that money from me. And at the same time, I'm paying the WhatNot fees. So what's that left at the that $10 book that I just sold, I'd probably be lucky to clear $6 on it. Right? Is that fair?
It'd be a little bit, if it was a $10 book, it'd be a little bit better than that. But yeah, you're not far off in general.
Think about it, because I still like now. I gotta take these stupid. I got bag and board them because they got these stupid stickers on them. I gotta open them because I gotta open them up to make sure. I didn't do this live because I'm not gonna bore the shit out of people. That I'm gonna open up every book just to inspect it and make sure that there's no pages missing or some weird defect that's in there that nobody knows about. Because if I'm gonna turn around and sell this to somebody else, I want to make sure that I don't get any complaints. They don't get it back from me and tell me what the hell did you send me. You know, maybe I open this up and it's got a porno picture of Joe Biden and Kamala in there. I don't know what's in there. It could be
Collector's item.
Huh? What's that?
Collector's item.
The collector's item could be worth more, but you get what I'm saying. You know, like I don't know what's in there. You find some really funky stuff in books that have been closed for a long time that people have never opened up and don't realize that in it. You know how many times I found signatures in books?
I know. Well, you were talking about Jack Kirby earlier. I thought it was really funny because you're never going to see Jack Kirby sign on the front because he always signed on the first interior page.
I found Jack Kirby signatures.
Oh, I'm so jealous, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, you're jealous, but those were my original collection, and they're no longer part of my collection anymore. I found them. I found them on New Gods, which was pretty cool to have. I found them on Eternals comics, which was really cool to have.
Yeah.
I even found it on a Fantastic Four book. You know, so he did sign a lot of books out there. So you got to verify them. Unfortunately, that's one of my part of my history in collecting that really burned me. But it is what it is. You know, you can't turn back the clock. But yeah, overall, you know, guys, I'm gonna be very kind. This is from the Spider-Man booth on WhatNot. Okay, because it looks like I got people's titties twisted a little bit. I'm gonna be very clear and very specific of what I believe about this. The first batch of books that I got from them, the ones that I bought in little lots and individually, which I knew what I bought, I personally feel that I got my money's worth. And because I single-handedly picked them out, I feel that I got what I wanted at the price I wanted. You know, I got these reader copies for $5 a piece. I got these signature books, which were kind of cool. I like them. You know, for $15 a piece, I feel like I got my money's worth. I got this cool variant edition that I really like. You know, the run fillers that I think were making sense to me. You know, cute, Emma Frost on there. You know, and where did the other one go? Oh, this one. This is probably my favorite. This one and Mike Mayhew, the Silver Surfer one, is actually the two I like the best out of the signature books. But, you know, nice gold signature. You can't go wrong with it. I'm happy with that. So as far as buying them from lots individually and knowing what I'm getting, I like the variety that they have to be able to choose from and the amount of lots. Because I could get something that I want. Even though I'm not a modern guy, I found stuff that I generally purposely picked out and got. Now, from the mystery box thing, is the value there? Okay, the value's there. I'm not going to argue with it. Technically, there is $250 worth of books in here. Okay? And if we go one by one in the price guides, in the cover collector, or whatever source you want to use, maybe they're even worth more. Maybe they're worth $300. You know? Maybe. You'll be surprised sometimes by some books that they have valued at a higher price. The reality, though, is nobody's going to pay you that. No. If I need to liquidate this tomorrow, let's say I have a real problem. I have to sell these. My lung fell out from smoking, and I need to get a new lung. And I got to sell these freaking books. I can't liquidate these at the price I got them at. Not a chance. I'll be lucky to get half the price on them. It starts with this, yeah. This I'll get $75, $100 from somebody. Somebody will buy that for me relatively quickly, maybe, if I'm lucky. Because I don't know how many sweet paprika people are still out there. It had its time. I don't know if that time is still here, where the people are going bonkers over sweet paprikas. I'm not sure. But okay, let's say I could do $75, $100 for that. That's close to half of it. and then the rest of this, I'd probably have to liquidate this like fast. Probably put it in a bundle, $50, $75. If I was on WhatNot, I'd probably put it starting at $50. And let's see whatever I get. Maybe I get lucky. Maybe I get lucky and I get one of these nuts that are just don't know what they're bidding on and they're just counting books and saying, all right, I'm evaluating $10 a book. All right, then I just hit the jackpot because I found a moron. But I'm not betting on that moron. That's just how it goes. I think I'm being really, really straight with everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you're on here with me because you are a seller. And it's not like, and Noran's a seller. How's it going, Mastodon? He found what book the double cover? I'd love to know which book he found with a double cover. Those are good books to get.
Yeah.
There's a little fetish of mine. I like getting double cover book.
Oh, dude, they're awesome. Mark Jewelers, double covers.
More than double covers.
I know. But all those little things that make it, like we were talking about direct and newsstand earlier, those things that make it a little bit more rare, you know?
So you're on here. Noran, you're a seller too. I saw you selling. I was cringing a couple of things that I won from you because I'm like, this guy's getting hurt. How is he selling them at this price? Like, honestly, there's a lot of times where I win lots from people, especially if they're people I know. Let's say I'm on with you, Bronze, and I'm bidding on one of the books, and you start a thing that might be worth $50 or something at $1 or $5. I don't know what do you want. You want to start it low to get people like in the mix, right?
Yeah.
Nobody bids. I win it for $5 or $1. You know how guilty I feel that I won that from you for that price, especially if I know you. Like oftentimes I'll tell the seller, do you really want to sell it at this price? And out of pride, a lot of times they won't sell it. They won't say no. They'll say no. I put it up there. I'm fine with that. Don't worry about it. Meanwhile, they're like their stomach is like freaking festering. Like what the hell did I just do? They probably paid triple what you paid for it. WhatNot's a dangerous thing.
It absolutely is.
It could burn sellers and it could burn buyers simultaneously.
Last week, I did a WhatNot auction, and I've seen it before. I really like the idea of doing a stacker where you're like, here's this book. If you guys get up to this much in the bids, I'll throw in this book. If you get into this much bids, I'll throw in this book. And it's kind of cool because if you want to move some inventory, it's like a mystery box, but people have more heads up on what they're getting, and you can throw in some different stuff that might, tempt people or whatever, right? And I threw up the first book I put up was the first Tim Drake, and I said, which it wasn't like an amazing quality. It was probably like a $10 or $15 book, right? But still, it's a $10 or $15 book, and I started at $1. Because I expected people to just keep going in for all these other books I was showing them, like these other keys. And they were, they were real keys, by the way. And I sold that lot for $1 to the first guy that bid in. So he got the first book, first Tim Drake, for $1. And
how much did you cringe? I know you cringe. I know you.
Yeah, well, but that's the thing. So normally I would if that happened, but like in this case, it was more like a learning lesson, right? Like it was more like, okay, you really got to know your room. Like I think I had like 10 or 15 people in at that point, and only one of them was there to bid, and so he got everything.
Super expensive lesson.
It's an expensive lesson, but like but you were talking about sales earlier. You got to know that sometimes you're going to sell things at a loss.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's part of it. And so you have to be ready for that. And it's part of the reason now that like these days, back when WhatNot's heyday, I was definitely more careful about this. But like, if I pulled out, I got a second print of this because I didn't know if it was gonna be a big deal or not. If I pulled out this book 3 months ago, I would have started this at $1. But now I know there's the likelihood that if I start this at $1, it's gonna sell for $1. And
you also have to kind of be, I don't want to cut you off, but you also have to be kind of aware of the type of buyers that are in your room at the end of the moment.
Exactly. And so if you have, that's the thing is that's why you got to kind of test the waters a little bit. You got to be careful, or you have to be really calculated in what you're setting up for your show, starting prices. But now I'll throw up something and I'll be like, you know what, I'm going to start it for $5, even if it's a $4 comic, because that's what I would be willing to lose it for, because I know after Whatnot's fees, I'd still make like 20-30 cents on it, and maybe it goes for higher. But also the danger there is that people look at it and they're like, I'm not paying $5 for that book. I'm not even going to bid on that book. And so nobody bids on it. You run 2 or 3 of those in a row and people start to leave your show.
Yep.
So it's a real dangerous thing. And I really caution people about getting into Whatnot. Like, you have to, or you could do mystery boxes, right? That's the other option.
Yeah, you sell a bunch of crap that you don't want that might be somebody actually wants.
Yeah. But you got to be careful there as a buyer for sure, because I did that once as an experiment, kind of like what you did, only in way lower stakes. This guy had like 10 mystery grab bags, and you could tell what he did. So I bought one because no one else bought one, and I'm like, all right, he talks about them. Nobody's willing to do one. Maybe he'll give me a good one if I bid on it. You know, it was $10 or whatever, so I did it for $10. And you hear him rustle around in his box and grab 4 comics. He puts them in an envelope, puts them on the stand, and pulls them out. And we're talking like your nothing Detective Comics run filler from like the early 80s, and you know, bad DC titles that you could have gotten multi-packs at Costco in the 90s, that kind of shit. And I was just like, yep, okay, so you just told me that what you're doing is you're intentionally getting rid of your Drek.
Yeah. And you know what? If they tell you that's what they're doing, that's what they're doing, no problem. Here, listen, I'm a little different. I'm wired a little different, and I'm a little crazier than your average, because I don't care. This is not my profession. This is not what I'm looking to do. I'm not looking to open up a freaking comic shop until I get it. So if I were to do a Whatnot, I'll tell you exactly how I'd sell. I'd put a bunch of buy it nows at the price I want to sell them. I'm not selling for a penny less. If they want to negotiate with me, we'll talk, whatever the case is. I'm putting them at the price that I'm ready to let them go at. You know, fair price, you know, that's it. And in between, while I'm doing that, I'm going to put novelty books up. Things that are possibly anomalies, things that people don't see very often. You know what I'm saying? So that they could see something. Okay, I'll start this at $1. You know, I have a full set of Dicks by Garth Ennis. How many people didn't even know that series exists? Dicks. You know. Now you put that up there, you might actually have a bunch of people that actually look at that and say, well, you know what? That's a really interesting series. You have a bunch of juveniles that actually buy it because of the name. You know, it's a really good series, by the way. And then that's how you get things going. That's how I would get things going. I'll sell my novelties, my anomalies, my books that you just don't find on the other sellers' things, and have my keys and stuff like that I really want to get off of and buy it out. In between these anomalies and these novelty comics, I would probably throw in a couple of sets of runs of shitty books. Don't get me wrong. Like, I might take all my dinged up, really messed up, uncanny X-Men that I have, because I have a lot of doubles, triples, quadruples, whatever, Amazing Spider-Mans, Thors, that I have multiple copies of, and I'll put a lot of 10 of them in a row and say, listen, these are shit comics. These are to read. The pages might be there, they might not be there. You want to buy them? Here's your chance. 50 cents a book, $1 a book, I don't know, $1 for all of them. Put them up there. Now you know what you're buying. So if you're a nut and you want to pay $50 for them, that's your choice. That's your prerogative. Yeah. There might be some keys in there. There might be the shit keys, but they might be in there. But that's my point. Just be honest with everybody. And everybody has their gimmick. Everybody has their shtick of how they approach selling things. But if you're going to do it, just be honest. That's all you got to do. And because people will see right through you. You know, you don't realize the way sellers a lot of times get burned. You know, buyers can get burned too. But they also don't, like, they need to read their crowd. You also need to know how to approach things. You know, as a buyer, I'm very strategic. People think I'm a nut the way I bid, because I'll go in and I'll run the table a lot of times, because I know there's a specific book towards the end of the show. I'm giving away secrets now. You want to compete against me? Go ahead, because I'm not telling you all my secrets, but I'll go in there and I know that there's a book at the end of the show specifically that I want to get, and I don't want to overpay for it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on the low end books that I don't mind getting stuck with for a dollar or two more. I don't mind getting stuck with if I pay a little bit over more. And I'm going to clear the table of all the buyers that I'm going against because when they know that I'm bidding, they're going to either have to, and I'll also get them to get stuck with a higher price book too. Because a lot of times I'll pull out last second, like they'll be expecting me to bid again, and I won't bid at the end, and they just paid $20 for a book they should have sold for $5. But I'll do that in order to basically balance the scales. So when that book comes up that I really want, they're going to be very timid about trying to bid against me because they're not going to want to get stuck. They're not going to.
I've done that too.
You know, there's a lot of strategies. There's a lot of amateur bidders out there. I'm not saying that I'm the professional bidder, but I know how to bid on auctions. I don't only bid on auctions in comic books. I bid in auctions in really big boy things like houses and buildings and real estate, where I go to the auction houses and I will go for my clients, and we're bidding real major scale stuff at that point. So when it comes to comics, this is child's play for me. People think there's no mindset, there's no balance, there's no reason why is this guy bidding on these crap books, or why is he bidding $10 over on this stupid Moon Knight? Why? I want to gauge the market. I want to know who's bidding against me. I want to know how their bidding tactics are.
Yeah.
I want to intimidate them right from the get-go to make them understand that if they're going to bid against me on any book, they're going to have to overpay for it. And he sets the table. People don't realize that, you know. And then you throw a little commentary in there at the same time. It pisses everybody off and throws them off the game too. So there you go. I just shared a piece of advice and a secret of mine of how I get the books I want at the prices I want. You know, sometimes you overpay for things. You know, forget about this. This was an experiment. This was a YouTube content.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I'll put this as a write-off, and hopefully it works well for me. But you know, don't get caught with your pants down on these mystery boxes. Don't. You know, shop for comics. He's actually in here. I don't know if he's still in here. If you are, say something. I actually bought a mystery box from him, I want to say about a month and a half ago. And I did do it on a live stream. Cost me about $50. That was one of my favorite boxes I ever got as a mystery box. Not necessarily because of the value. There was good value in there. Solid value. Probably about 100 and a quarter worth of comics in there. Very solid plus value. You know, even if I sold it, liquidated it, I would have gotten what I paid for it easily with a little bit of extra profit. It would have been nice. I got it because it was a mindful box. It wasn't shit that was in the box. That was actually there. Oh yeah, well this is a $20 book, but it's a $20 book that nobody's readily buying. Just because the price kite says that it's worth $20, and you have nobody out there that's a pool of buyers for it, that doesn't do it for me. You know, you got a Venom. Venom is a character that's sellable. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot different than buying I don't know this Ghost Rider. Yes, Ghost Rider is a popular character, but he doesn't get the same kind of traction right now as a Venom. Maybe if he starts putting together a good series and he hits the MCU, maybe he will. But you know, people need to understand that just because the price guide says that it's worth it doesn't mean that there's a pool of buyers willing to buy it. So,
well, you're hitting a huge issue in the hobby in general, which is perceived value versus real, actual on the street FMV, and it's a massive problem in the hobby, in my opinion.
What do you think of what he's saying, Norman? Cause priority, first class is required. I don't know what that means.
He's talking about the shipping with whatnot. Like they won't let you use flat rate boxes from USPS.
Yeah, I don't understand why they don't do that, but okay.
It's part of their deal with how, I mean, they have a massive deal that they've worked out for shipping, and flat rate just doesn't apply because flat rate also they don't have any leverage to negotiate a cheaper price on it.
I guess. I guess. I mean, this guy sent 2 big boxes like this, 2 big boxes that he could have packed them in 2 smaller boxes, to be quite honest with you, or one more tightly bricked box. But again, I think there's a lot of waste right now the way it's being shipped.
Yep.
Especially like I got another lot that there's a lot of shit in there, and the guy sent it in 4 different boxes. And I'm saying, why did he waste so much money in shipping? I didn't get charged any more for it, but that waste goes somewhere. It's unnecessary. I don't know.
Well, and WhatNot's weird about that too. Like if you like, there's not a lot of easy ways for you as a seller to like combine things other than like having to individually contact customer service and say, hey, I want a new label for this stuff. And you can do that, but man, if you're talking about a large sale you had, it's a huge process to do all that.
I guess. I don't know. I guess. And I've seen people put all different ranges on what they're charging, which is interesting too. I've seen people charge $1.50 an extra book, $2.50 extra book. I've seen people do 50 cents a book extra. So it's hard for me to like, this guy had him 50 cents extra a book, I think.
Well, and I can tell you that's not how it's supposed to go. Like as a seller, I'll peel back the curtain on some WhatNot stuff here. As a seller, we were originally informed, like during our orientations and all that stuff, that we should put in like if I'm selling you, gorgeous book I just picked up. If I'm selling you this Wolverine 17, I should essentially pack it in a mailer the way I would pack my comic book, and then weigh the full amount of what that weighs and enter that as my weight. Now they when they changed the shipping so that it wasn't just $1 extra for every extra item after your first one, no matter what, and they changed it to kind of more of this pure shipping system, whatever the hell they want to call it. They said that for comic sellers, you should list every raw comic at 4 to 7 ounces, period. Where they revealed that information is on their fucking Facebook group for comic book sellers. Guess what? I don't have Facebook. So I found out about that weeks later because another seller who's in that group mentioned it in a group chat I'm in. And I was like, awesome. Well, I've been selling every book at like, 11 to 13 ounces or whatever it works out to with a Gemini. And if you think about it, that's silly because then if you bought one lot from me and you get this Wolverine and I said that's 11 to whatever ounces, and then you bought this Spidey book and that's 11 ounces, all of a sudden you're over a pound on the shipping.
Yep.
So obviously I was charging people more than other sellers are. Look, I'm not going to speak ill of that seller. They're a very reputable seller, but the way that they were charging for that shipping sounds totally wrong from what I understand they should be charging.
Don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of sellers out there that are still going off the old plan of 10, 11 ounces, like you said, because you see, everybody starts with a baseline of what that first comic they get charges you at, whether it's $5, $6, $7.50,
right.
12, 11, whatever that number. If it's slabs, they usually start at 11 or 9, depending on what it is. And then usually it's the tack on. Okay, so now you started your box, for example, and you're going to purchase the books, and it's going to be $1.50 extra book, $2.50 extra book, $1, and I've seen as low as 50 cents extra book. So it's interesting what dynamic they're using and how they're going about it.
Yeah.
But it's all across the board. But I've also seen these people that are still charging $5 extra a book, which makes no sense because if I just want to buy 5, 6 books, there's no way I'm going to pay $30 for shipping. And when I'm bidding, I'm looking at that. A lot of times I'll overpay on that first book just to get a box going. I'll pay a couple bucks extra on that. Just get a box going so I'm ready to go whenever I have anything else. Because I start adding it up. I buy a $5 book, it's not costing me 10. It's not worth it for me.
Yeah.
But I'll consider that as my baseline because I know that this person is going to put other stuff that I will bid on and buy throughout the auction, and it's worth it for me. A lot of times when they throw up questionable material and they occasionally throw in a book like, I kind of like that, I won't bid on it because I'm like, with the shipping, it's costing me more, and this
Yeah.
person's putting up a bunch of stuff that I really don't want. So more than likely, I'm overpaying for that one comic alone. And I got caught doing that a couple of times in the beginning, where
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'll probably get more things from them, and they'll pull out another book that's worth my while until after that. After that, so you have to kind of take that into consideration. It's a very delicate thing, and a lot of people really don't know what they're talking about when it comes to these sales. And I'm so happy that you jumped onto it.
Well, and it's kind of like addressing the points I made earlier. It's a lot of people don't know what they're talking about. A lot of people, it's not even necessarily through malice though, because in a lot of cases it's just that it's bad communication,
Ignorance.
and it's unclear. Like I care about I have a weird thing that not a lot of people have, where I care about doing things the right way, and I know a lot of people will fudge that to be, how does it work out better for them? And I get that, but I want to, like, if I know the rule is you're supposed to do it this way, then I am way more likely to do it that way, unless there's a really good reason to deviate from that. So if I'm working with a company like WhatNot and they say these are the shipping policies, this is how it's supposed to do, this is how it's supposed to work, that's what I'm going to do. If it's wrong and it's broken, they'll fix it, they'll change it, they'll go out of business, they'll be forced to adapt, whatever. But that's just the way that I'm wired. And I see people who either through ignorance, by hook or by crook, they're doing things in this way that seems to work out better because they don't have to pay for the shipping. But it really makes me wonder about the integrity of those sellers. And again, sometimes I think it's incompetence, or it's ignorance, or it's just poor communication from WhatNot. But it's really starting to it's not just this shipping thing too. It's the policies they have in place for how you're supposed to do mystery boxes or different things that they allow or don't allow on the platform too. And it's really interesting, but they have a lot of growing to do.
We also just adjusted the whole giveaway thing because they were doing giveaways, they do random giveaways, and I don't have a problem with the way it used to be. But before, if you got a giveaway, you had to pay the shipping on it.
Yep.
I don't know how long ago they changed that. Now it's being adjusted or credited, whatever the case is. Which actually I think that's great because it detracts the trolls from just going out there and just running on the different giveaways. I guess it's good for marketing having free things given out, but I don't know. That was a weird thing that you want a book that a lot of times they didn't put the expensive books as a giveaway. They're right. If they're going to do one every 10 minutes on their show, you can't put expensive books one after the other. They're doing stuff as a goodwill thing for their people that are participating. You're not going to want to pay $5 or $6 in shipping on a book that's kind of a dollar book. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to want to do that.
Yeah.
So they adjusted that. I mean, Taylor, he did agree with you on what did he write? They are charged. They are only charging 50 cents extra a book. They are not following WhatNot policies. He knows a lot about that as well. So it looks like there's people trying to get over on other people, and it's going to be a cutthroat situation. I guarantee you that you're going to have a lot of whistleblowers on WhatNot where they're trying to screw each other out. There's going to be a lot of jealousy involved.
Yeah,
I can promise you that. I promise you that. It's going to be the wild, wild west. A lot of people are going to get hurt in the middle of these little pissing wars between each other. And I hope that at the end, the cream rises and the best people that really should be selling on there prevail. And there's going to be a couple of notorious people on there as well because they'll find a way to be part of that cream. But it is what it is. I mean, it's another platform. You get the same issues that are happening in eBay. This is a perfect example of showing everybody these WhatNot things. I have a lot of pre-recorded things that I'm going to be releasing as well. Here, Here's another thing. This is probably from an eBay site. Let's see. I'll open this up just a quick second. There's a
Hey,
small
so
package.
I gotta bounce. I gotta get some dinner. I enjoyed coming and hanging out, man. Thanks for letting me on.
Chris, I appreciate you.
100%,
The
dude.
door's open every time with you. Oh, actually, I had a Gemini in there.
Oh, there we go.
So I appreciate you coming on. I don't want you to lose your dinner. I'm gonna just open this up really quickly just to show a difference of packing between the two boxes, and then I'm gonna sign off. But like I said, I appreciate you coming on,
Oh, dude, anytime.
and doors open anytime.
All right, man. You have a great night. Hopefully, you got some good stuff in there. And everybody in the chat, thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you all later. Okay.
I appreciate you.
Later.
Thank you. All right, so I opened this up. Don't know if this is a WhatNot guy. Doesn't know. Anybody still in there? Beef is still in there. Taylor's maybe in there. Anybody want to jump on? I got this stream thing on there. What the hell did I get? Chill Comics. I got this. Thank you. Okay, so I got into this. He sent an invoice, which I'm happy about. Look, thank you. Thank you for sharing a great time with us, Max and Jack. Okay? At Chill Comics. Doesn't hurt to write thank you. It's a point. It's a courtesy. Now, I didn't buy a huge lot from these people. No, this whole lot cost me 4 plus 3 plus 13. What did it cost me total? Math. $20 total. Okay, this whole Gemini cost me $20 total. They wrote thank you. This stack cost me over 300. Guess what it got me? No thank you. It's just a courtesy. It's just a courtesy. That's all I'm saying. No, I know that Bronze disagrees with that. That's okay. I got these little cards that came with this. Let's see what this is all about. Maybe they threw in some freebie or something, because I know I didn't get these. I think they threw these in as a freebie. It's a nice little gesture. Yeah, a bunch of Star Wars cards. I don't know if these are special or not, but it's nice to have them. Look, you got puzzle pieces on the back. Puzzle. I want to make the puzzle. I want to piece like when I was a kid. Got this. Got more Star Wars. I don't know. They beat the shit these cards though, but it's nice. They're nice little novelty cards. Ooh, they got R2D2 and C3PO. All right, that one is not mint anymore. That one's not mint. This one's not mint anymore. All right, so we got that. That's nice. I don't know. Nice card. See, look at me. I'm C3PO. R2D2. No. Okay, and then they got double C3POs because they double the pleasure. Okay. All right, let's put these back in. Back in the plastic because we want to keep it minty fresh after I just dented one of them. That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep them minty fresh. So, guys, after I open this up, I'm going to end the stream because we went really, really long. I'm really happy that Bronze was on here, Chris, because we got some really good perspective. Really, really good perspective. You got to hear me talk a little bit. Hey, Kool-Aid. Did you like having the Bronze Age Nerd on? Was he good? Well, what do you think? Oh, yeah. I'm glad that you've been keeping quiet today and you haven't been stepping out of line. I really am. I appreciate you being quiet, and you stay there, okay? You stay there, okay? All right. So, there we go. Now we got to open this up. Blue tape. Okay. I got so much other stuff on box. I don't know where I'm going to do. All right. So this was a nice lot of books that I got from Chill Comics. I don't know why. I think this is the first time I tried them out, and there was just it was a gauge of seeing what the crowd was. Kind of what I was talking about with Bronze. So I got Shuri number 1. Nice. Shuri number 10. I don't know if there's anything to these Shuris, but the blank with the Black Panther spec, there might be something in there. What did you say? What did you say? Big scissors and talks to toys. Yes, I don't talk to toys. I don't talk to toys. This is my friend. Okay? Scissors are meant to be big. Then we got Submariner number 3. Nice Silver Age book. Nice Silver Age book. And then we got Spawn 2, 3, and 4. Coupon included. I made them open it up on the live stream. I'll open it up again. But nice little set of 5 books, 6 books. And like I said, I got it for $20. That's pretty damn cheap. It's holy shit. How is that so cheap? The subby was only $3. The Shuris were $4. It was the first and last issue of the solo series. And the Spawns were the most expensive lot. Go figure. The ones that should have been cheapest were actually, this cost me $13. But hey, not bad. Well packed. Another, and they threw in a bunch of Star Wars cards. Really nice seller. And it was from Chill Comics. All right, I recommend them. You should go check them out. You should definitely go check them out. You know, Norrad, you're gonna send me. I don't know if you sent me that box already, but when you send me that box, I will open it up live and I will disassemble you when I get that box. And I'll tell you if you're good or horrible as a seller. I'll be honest with you. No hard feelings. You know, but yeah, that was a winner. That made me feel a little bit better after that shit box that I got before. You know, I could keep going. I don't know if people want me to keep going, but I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I'm starving, and it's getting late. So I'm gonna have some dinner. What do you think? Do you think that's a good idea, Kool-Aid? You think that's a good idea? Oh yeah! Oh yeah! All right. We'll talk. You know, Norman. Even if it's there in a day, it's gonna probably take me days to get to your package because of the shit I have here. It's taking me days to get through all this stuff. But as soon as I get it and I could get it opened up, I will definitely do so, and I'll review it. Um, and guys, that's not a threat. When if you guys know that I'm gonna review a book, if I know you and stuff like that, and it's really really bad, shame on you, shame on you. But you know, I think I'm being really fair with everybody. I'm not being over critical. I'm being really fair with everybody as far as what I'm doing, and you know that's it. That's it. You know, I'm gonna go eat. If I see there's a lot of people in the community later, an hour or two later on, maybe I'll do a part 2 of the live stream. I do appreciate Bronze Age Nerd a lot. I'm gonna put his link in the description and the comments and that kind of thing. Great commentary. Appreciate that. Was a little bit more serious today. We were a little bit serious more instead of talking about the technicalities of business. We were talking a little more serious, but that's okay. We need to do that sometimes. You know, it can't be all, you know, this guy. You know, we can't be all this guy. We gotta do, do kind of things. What do you think? What do you think? You like being more serious, huh? What do you think? You like being more serious?
Oh no in this courtroom? Because the fucking Kool-Aid guy's gonna keep showing up. Thank you.
What are you talking about? You
Oh,
don't
no.
know.
Oh no. Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh yeah!
All right, you had to get your last 2 cents in, huh? You little freak. You, all right, good boy, good boy. Okay, good boy, good boy. All right, now, hello GC2 2001. Actually wrapping up the stream for now. Like I said, maybe I'll jump on again. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But I got to get some fuel in my system. I'm starving, and I might. I don't know. I'm in the mood to start getting rid of boxes. So maybe that's what I'll do. But thanks for everybody for joining me. If you haven't done so already, just like throw a drop kick on that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. You should subscribe to this channel because it's fantastic. This is an amazing channel. It's got grade A content. Then you should subscribe it, and then I won't have to harass you anymore because then I'll have everybody in the world subscribe to this channel. So let's make sure that we subscribe to the channel, drop kick the like button, and that's it. That's it. I appreciate you guys, and maybe I'll be back tonight. Maybe I won't. Maybe, maybe it's a surprise. Maybe it's a surprise. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, goodbye for now. Good night, children of the night. Good night. Good night. Good night.